message. Please hold for a very important message. Please hold for a very important message.
Foodiegang, gang, gang. Foodiegang, gang, gang. Foodiegang, gang, gang.
Can you hear me now? Okay, there we go. Okay, let me restart. Time for tea, and thank you so much, Mailman. Thank you so much. Very important. This is why I say, let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay, y'all can hear me now. Okay, thank you so much. We are definitely struggle streaming, but it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get everything together. So, okay. Time for tea at 907 Goodies. We're going to talk about Antoine Massey. He's one of the 10 inmates that escaped from a New Orleans jail. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. Okay. Y'all, you know it's early. I got my coffee here. Let me drink it. Can y'all hear me now? Okay. Y'all can hear me now. Okay. Time for tea at 907 goodies. We're going to talk about the two inmates that are left that escaped from the New Orleans jail. The last time we were here, well, not the last time. The last time we talked about the inmates, I showed you guys one of his videos that he released on Instagram. And at the time, we thought it was a live video, but it was not. And so I'm gonna give you guys an update. The place where he recorded the video, they ended up raiding it. And we found out some bombshell stuff. And where did Derrick Groves at? But Liliana NF was up here last night. And I just want to thank you so much for coming up because the fact that you cammed up and you felt comfortable enough to share your story, we absolutely love you over here in F. And I really be in her comment section. I be playing Hangman. I be in the kitchen with her. I be talking to the family. Thank you so much, NF. And anytime that you want to come back and share your story, or there's always so much to talk about. Feel free, but thank you so much. And I feel honored that there are people that don't typically cam up, but when they come over to 907 Goodies, they'll cam up. And that, like, to me, just means a lot. It means that you guys feel comfortable enough to, you know what I'm saying, to like I made this joke yesterday, like the coming out song. She said, I appreciate you having me, girl. And you know what, y'all? We struggled streaming this morning, but it's finna get better. I'm finna wake up. Okay. Don't even worry about it. Um, what happened though was that my mic was on mute and I did not unmute it. But we had a great live stream. And okay, so first I dropped the link for NF. We talked about food stamps. Y'all, that video has over 300 views. That is that's a big number for us on StreamYard. Our StreamYard lives don't do as well as when I'm in the kitchen sometimes or when I'm prepping. So for us to get 300 views, girl, they love you over here. So what it is about food and food stamps, but everybody is very passionate about food stamps. And so, and then as soon as I dropped the link for everyone else to come up, because at first it was just me and NF, I wanted her to tell her story and really, get to like explain what she felt. Because when I mentioned food stamps the other day, your girl had a lot to say. So when we first started off, it was just me and her. And then as soon as I dropped the link, El Chico came up, and then we had my sister over here. We had a great conversation. And it's nice, and I love how that we're able to have like grown conversations where everyone's able to say their piece, whether we agree with you or not. This is a platform where you're gonna get to get out everything you got to say. And then after that, I'm gonna say whether I agree or not. But I'm updating the title of this video because I just realized I had a typo. That's how y'all know I work for myself. I got typos in here and everything. But yes, we had a good conversation. Check out that episode. We're talking about food stamps. And we're going to talk more about food stamps. That's not going to be the only one because it made me so mad. When I was live, I could not find the information I was looking for. And then after I got off live, I found what I was looking for. She said, if you ever feel there's a topic you want an input on, I'm here. If I can help, I got you, best friend. And you know what? I think knowing people from all different backgrounds and getting all different perspectives is very helpful. Like after talking to you, NF, the way I talk about immigration and illegal immigration is going to be different. Like when you hear the news and then you actually hear somebody with boots on the ground, it's different. It's different. Yes, NF, they love you, girl. Look, we get over 300 views. That's why we need you to stay on the camera, girl. They love you. That was like when everybody showed up, they were shocked to see her because she does faceless content. She never shows her face, so they was like, "What?" Yeah. She said, "Told you, laugh a lot. I knew that was gonna happen." Look, they said, "What? She out here on the kid?" They tuned in just to see you, girl. But hey, we had a great live stream. Y'all go check it out. We're gonna talk about food stamps more. I see it is a very important subject, but during this live stream, we're gonna talk about escaped, excuse me, a New Orleans inmate, Antoine Massey. I know it says Anthony, but I gotta fix it. I got a typo up in there. Massey, hideaway rated, and where is Derrick Groves? One thing I would say is that Derrick Groves is the more violent inmate, in my opinion. He has some bodies on him. They don't even talk about Derrick. Is that because they have absolutely no clue where he's at? You know what I'm saying? Like, but all they talk about is Anton Massey. And I find that to be very weird when Derrick Groves is the more violent offender. Like, what is going on with that? So, but we look, right now, New Orleans is very mad at Anton. He's making them look crazy out here. And not even just Anton, all 10 of the inmates that escaped. Some people think it was 12, some people was thinking it was 13, but they're reporting on it being 10. So that's what we're gonna go with. Best friend said, of course they feel dumb because they don't know where he at. You guys, you know the video, and I'm gonna play the video again for those of us who haven't seen it of Anton Massey. This video was allegedly shot 3 miles from the jail. And when they showed up there, you know what they found? They found the clothes that he was wearing in that video. Y'all, this is like a real life movie. And that's why I'm always up here talking about it on Time for Tea because it's it's unreal. It's unreal. So he shot the video 3 miles from the jail. When they showed up to the location, he there was only the clothes. So some people, I feel like maybe he shot the video um a week ago or a couple of days ago. But y'all, this man got 3 big tattoos on his face. It's crazy. And then now they got the FBI, the U.S. Marshal in on this. What the heck is going on here? And I said they don't want to be the laugh of the news because they don't know where he at and can't do their job. Look, that's not even up for debate whether they can do their job or not. Because clearly you let 10 people break out and you have a convicted murderer on the loose. We don't even hear about Derrick Groves. They have no idea where Derrick Groves is. Derrick Groves is the more violent offender. Anton Massey, is accused of domestic abuse and escaping. Look, you got a better chance if you see. You got a better chance if you see Anton Massey than Derrick Groves on the street. Yes, I'm glad you've been following this story, girl, because this is crazy. Um, Antoine Massey is a celebrity now. He's kind of famous. So it's like, dang, he broke out of jail. And now he got the public on his side. Okay, I have some couple of videos lined up. I got about 3 hours. We're gonna sit, we're gonna chop it up. I'm gonna drop the link if anybody wants to come up and comment, share your thoughts. We're gonna talk about what's going on with the inmate, with the 2 inmates that are left. And as of now, I just looked really quick. I feel like they're still on the loose. They're still on the loose. They're not even talking about Derrick. They have no idea where he is. And let's just be real about that. Okay, my window is open and it is raining outside. So if that is bothering y'all, let me know. I'll close the window. 'Cause I was like, what's that sound? And yes, Antoine Massey is famous now. And some people say he's finna get a GoFundMe. um, I said they even look for a murder on the run from here, from Wisconsin as well. Look, not only did they escape from jail, it's like they winning right now. Man, I gotta look more into the Derrick Rose situation. I heard allegedly that they're saying the bodies that he has, and this is all alleged, I don't know for sure. The bodies that he has on him or that he acquired are because he was looking for revenge for his grandmother. Now, we're going to have to do a live stream, maybe looking more into Derrick Rose and the grandma situation, because I keep hearing a lot about it, but I have not looked into it yet at this point in time. But they need to keep it real, and they have no idea where these men are, and that's the truth. And if that's the truth, let it be the truth. You know what I'm saying? But let me put a couple of links in here. Let me drop the link if anyone wants to come up, and then I'm gonna get that first video pulled up. The first video we're gonna watch is one of the videos that Antoine Massey released. Now, at the time of this video, when it first came out, we thought this was a live stream. And so people were saying that the police are going to be able to trace him back to his location. But we have now found out that this is not a live stream. It's a pre-recorded video that was released like it was alive. And that's why I tell you guys, I tell y'all, do not believe everything that you see on the internet, because with editing, you can really change the narrative of any story. So he played them. So they thought it was live. They traced back the location and they raided it, and then all they found was the clothes. You know, I was reading the comments. Y'all know I love the comment section. Excuse me. Someone was saying that he should have put on the clothes too easy. Like they put on the wall when they broke out. But where is Derrick? Like that's what I want to know. What y'all are so stuck on Antoine Massey. What about Derrick? What about Derrick? But and also, I'm gonna close that one if it's bothering me. Derrick has the life sentence. And if we want to be real about it, if I was him, I would run and never look back. And I feel like a lot of people kind of feel that way. Like he has a whole life sentence. You got to keep running, and you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna pull up that video of Antoine Massey. So what I found out while we were on live last time, and we had a lot of breaking news during this live stream down here, is that this is not the only video that he released. I believe there's another video, and in that video, he alleges that the girl that reported the abuse on him was actually jumped by some girls. So this is one of the videos that he released. And in this video, he pretty much said that he was innocent. He did not break out of jail. He was let out. And so when this video hit the airwaves, and let me get a timestamp for y'all. This was 2 days ago. 2 days. So this whole story is, I think they've been on the loose now for like 21 days. And they feel like they're still in the state of New Orleans. Look, let's be real here. You guys have no idea where they're at. Let's be real here. They could be in Texas by now. They could be in Georgia. Y'all don't know where these people at. And y'all don't, we know the truth. We can see what is going on, and y'all don't know what's going on. That is what's going on. So let me get that video pulled up. Yeah. And they said they some superstars left my app. They sure are, because let's be real here. When have we ever seen something like this? This is it's like a real life movie. And the fact that it's like, we know us as average people, we're gonna believe what we're seeing. But law enforcement, the FBI, y'all got all this technology, all this stuff, and y'all fell for the okie doke. Because this man wasn't even, this is not even a real lie. He left the clothes. Bro, but when they do catch him, they gonna be mad. Because it's like, he made them look like fools. And then NF said they gonna make a whole movie and series on them. Watch, get the popcorn. They sure are. I wouldn't be surprised if they got into production right now. And the fact that this man looks like this and is on the run, and he's doing a good job in my opinion, because it's like they don't know where he at. And a lot of people were saying that, oh, he's done for doing this. This was actually smart. And the way he set this up is he put a face to the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, he did commit a crime by escaping, but up until now, we were just going by what the media says. And the media was painting this picture as if he was so armed and dangerous, not saying that he's not. But this video humanized him. It got the court of public opinion on his side. So we're like, you to make some sense. Innocent. They need to get the Mexican police to find him like they found El Chapo. Yeah. One thing we can say is New Orleans, you're fired. You're fired. We're done with you guys. Some of y'all need to resign. Somebody need to get fired. We we need to see the deputy that let the maintenance worker into the cell. We need to see that deputy. We want to hear from him. And I heard that, when I was up here and I did some earlier reporting on the story, I always ask people, what do they think for their timeline? Everyone said 1 to 2 weeks. Y'all, we're going on 3 weeks. It's about to be a month. Let's just call it what it is. About to be a month. We're at 21 days. But I think 21 and 22. It's about to be a month. And they can't catch these people. And he got 3 big tattoos on his face. This is crazy. And if they're fire, yes. Somebody needs to be held accountable for this. And it's not just the inmates. Because at this point, some of the stuff that's going on this is like, okay, let me fix this. There we go. Okay. Yes, somebody needs to get fired. Somebody need to go into early retirement. Some of y'all shouldn't even get no pension. And then I am so curious to see and to hear what the jail life was really like. Because according to him, and from what we could see, y'all let him out. And is he lying though? When do you see a bunch of people running up out of jail? What? But let me play this video. This is his one of the videos that he made. Um, talking about how he's innocent and he was let out of jail and everything is not what it seems. He also stated that he did not threaten the maintenance man. And that's another thing. They want to blame it on the maintenance man. But there is no way that all this happened without somebody from the jail being responsible. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just no way. Let me get my headphones on. I'm going to play this video. We're going to see what it's hitting like. Okay, y'all join the Facebook group. Y'all join the Facebook group. Let us go in and let's see what we keep talking about.
I'm one of the ones that was let out of GC. What I want to talk about today is as far as why I was in Orleans Parish Jail. I was in custody for almost 8 months. All right, 6 months, something like that. I was in there for theft of a motor vehicle and domestic abuse involving strangulation. That's what I was in Orleans Parish for. Okay, but before I was in Orleans Parish, I was in a jail called St. Tammany Detention Center. All right, St. Tammany Jail here in St. Tammany Parish. There's two different parishes, Orleans and St. Tammany. Okay, today what I want to talk about is that I was on second-degree kidnapping, second-degree rape, domestic abuse battery involving strangulation, domestic abuse battery, violation of protective order, right? On this woman right here, her name is Diamond White.
Okay, can you guys hear it okay? And for him to have had his paperwork with him tells me that even when he fled from the jail, he carried it with him. This is a man, in my opinion, that has been planning this escape for a while. There's no way you woke up and was like, today gonna be the day. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly who was gonna help him. And then people keep saying, he gonna run out of money, he gonna run out of resources. I don't know. He planned this out to the T. Okay. He planned this out to the T, and he know exactly, like, he had a game plan. Everyone else that escaped probably did not have a game plan, or probably, okay, Coach Ferg said most guys in prison have their convictions, and they carry with them on, like, the papers and stuff. Thank you so much, Coach, because I have never been to prison. I do know that people read the paperwork that's on their case, and if someone does snitch on them, they know exactly who snitched on them. But this man right here, y'all can say what y'all want. I think he's that dumb. I mean, honestly, right now at this point in time, is looking smarter than the police. And this is not the first time he's escaped. He has escaped 4 other times. You know, they want like they want to paint him as this picture of being armed, dangerous, and being dumb. But he's not really looking that dumb to me. He look like he got a story to tell. Trey said a lot of crack era adults are violent. I was want to explain their BS behaviors. Shout out to Coach for always talking about the crack babies. But this guy right here, he had a plan. He had a plan. But when they do catch him, they gotta lock him up all day and all night because we can't even trust you to be around nobody else. And they also are alleging that he's the mastermind behind all the inmates escaping, which okay. Coach Ray said, yeah, for escape, he lies and scams. Look, And this man is good because he had all the women convinced that he was innocent while he escaped jail. So he is a smooth talker. And that's exactly how he got these women to help him out now. Cause he's a smooth talker. He like, hey, I'm innocent, baby. I ain't do it, baby. And he got the accent. But this is the video he did. I think looking back at it now and knowing what we know, I think this was actually a good play for him to make this video. Cause now he's like a celebrity. He a household name. Everybody know who he is now.
That's her name. This is a district attorney drop form right here. And she's not a child. She's an adult, a full adult. I was dating this woman. This is a legalized affidavit saying all allegations against me is false. You remember, all allegations against me is false. I was nowhere around her or none of that during the timing of the date, which was November the 10th of 2024. Okay, so I was in Santana, right? And I was on a regular domestic charge, right? So they put a parole hold on me because I was on a domestic charge. So with that being said, is that once that occurred, and the charges was refused or whatever, they shipped me to Orleans Parish where I had more open charges, was the theft of a motor vehicle and the domestic abuse, battery, involving strangulation. So once I got in Orleans Parish jail, all right, I have from the district attorney's office, this woman who they say that I initially raped in another parish and in Orleans Parish, the same woman here. It's not different females, it's the same grown woman, not a child, a grown woman. Okay, she did the same thing in Orleans Parish, right? Correct. I'm about to show you how the system is corrupted. Okay, she did this, right? Saying all allegations against me is false. And she even saying it, you know, she let them know the truth, that I never did this to her, I never hit her, I was nowhere around her, nothing. She got mad and thought that I was dealing with another woman. That's why she did what she did to me. You know what I'm saying? Another thing too, once I got into Orleans Parish, I was there for like a month or something like that. Okay, a lot went on as that time progressed. Okay, if you was an innocent person and you know the judges and DA know that this person is saying that all the charges that you're on that you did not do, why was you still in jail? Louisiana have the highest incarceration rate in the world for putting black people away. Yes, at the end of the day, in my younger life, I'm not gonna lie, I was causing problems. I was young. My daddy got killed when I was 7 years old. My mom had to raise 4 children by herself, so I had to find a way to try to help my mother. You feel what I'm saying? But as time went on, the person that I once was, I'm not that person today. That is not who I am.
So I always tell you guys about the auntie's video, but I always forget to play it. We are going to play part of the auntie video because there's a lot of cursing in there. She corroborates the story. Her video came out before his videos came out. So her video has been out for a while. I just always forget to play it for you guys. But today, I'm going to play it for you. And she came out first with her story defending him and saying that his father was unalived in front of all of them. And at the time, I believe he was like 7 or he was a young child. And she is saying that incident has impacted their life. And I don't think she was making excuses, but she was kind of explaining some of the backstory. But the comment section was eating her up on YouTube. And apparently his auntie has a YouTube channel. I'm gonna play that video for y'all today. Don't let me forget. And then Coach Frank said he looks short man's complex. Poor excuses, ninja, man up. One thing I'll say, is a lot of people kind of get caught up in their story and their situation. Everybody has a story. Everybody goes through stuff. It does not give anybody the excuse to become a bad person. Like everybody, because it's like the world would be full of bad people if that was, you know what I'm saying, if that was true. So, but she does corroborate that story about his father being unalived in front of all the children. But one thing I would say is that these inmates have some crazy stories. They have some wild stories. They have been through a lot, and but also everybody in jail probably feels like they're innocent. Let's just be real here. Everybody say that.
I have a 3-year-old son. I have an 18-year-old daughter that graduated yesterday, supposed to be. At the end of the day, that people don't understand that they see that I'm armed and dangerous. I have a heart. People that know me know that at the end of the day, I am a good person. So I'm asking for help from the world, from Meat Mills, Lil Wayne, Young Boy, Donald Trump. I'm asking for these people. I couldn't even get a lawyer. I couldn't even afford a lawyer to prove my innocence while I was in Orleans Parish Jail. They said that I broke out. I didn't break out. I was let out. My name is Antoine Massey. The guy who said that I threatened him with a shank, the maintenance guy, how could I threaten you with a shank? If you can't come around me, you're a maintenance. You cannot come on the tills without a deputy being behind you. Because if they just let you on the till, you could be persuaded to bring drugs or anything like that in that nature. So how can I threaten you to jail you? And why you didn't notify the people, the police, that if I did threaten you, you never did that. Like, you flat out lied on me. Sterling flat out lied on me. And I want to let the media know that from the straight tattoos in my face and things of that nature, of course they're going to believe Sterling. You know what I'm saying? I never told Sterling nothing. I'm willing to take a lie detector test and everything behind that, but that's another subject. Orleans Parish is one of the corruptedest jails. That and St. Tammany Parish is the corruptedest jails in the state of Louisiana. Why was I even incarcerated with a woman saying that this never happened? This is this woman's name. This.
I'm gonna tell you why he was incarcerated. Okay, if somebody accuses you of doing a crime and they come and they get the statements, they take pictures, and there's evidence that there was a crime. There's proof. Her face is knotted up, bruised up, she bleeding and all that stuff. You got scratch marks on you. Even if the victim drops the charges, because in a lot of DV cases, that actually is not uncommon for a woman to forgive her abuser. The state can then pick up those charges, whether she comes back and says you're lying or not. Because DV victims, abuse victims do that. They do recant their statements against their abuser because they still may be in love. So the state could have picked up the charges. I looked further and during the last live stream, I played y'all some of what Flacco was saying happened in the case. I don't know if it's true or not, but the girl was beat up. He is alleging that she was jumped. One thing we can all agree about, is she was hurt, and her face was not in a good condition. She was jumped by some girls, and then she went and lied on him. But fellas, y'all need to stop messing with these people, okay? And the fact that she went to different parishes. And she was recently arrested as an accomplice to aiding and abetting him. I don't know if he's still in contact with this woman, but at some point, enough is enough. You need to take accountability for rolling around in the snake pit. You down there with the crabs in the bottom of the barrel, and you get bit. It's not the crab's fault. It's your fault for being down there in the bottom of the barrel. But Coach Frank said, tactics on the face. He's a bandit and follows no rules. During this video, he does say that I know I have tattoos on my face. Now I know I did wrong before, but I didn't do wrong this time. I'm innocent. Okay. The innocent thing, I get what he's saying, but you're innocent maybe on that charge, but you did escape out of jail. And so that's up for debate. But fellas, y'all need to stop dealing with these women that are just no good. Yeah, but honestly, he is a man that has a rap sheet and 3 tattoos on his face. How good a quality of women do we think he can really get? Let's be real here. um, Back to what Trey said. I think Trey said he a hood, or he said he a ninja. Look, when you walking around with tattoos on your face, you got a rap sheet, you in jail. You ain't finna get no good women. You ain't finna get 907 goodies. Not for that long. He can only deal with these type of women. Let's just be real here. And Coach said 9-7. I've been dating women since age 14 and have never had to hit a woman except slapping those cheeks. Look, y'all need to do what Coach Ferg is doing. And y'all need to put y'all anger into something positive. Something that's gonna make you feel good. I don't know, but he do look like, he can attract great women. Let's just be real here. So the type of women he attracts is the type of energy he's putting out. You know what I'm saying? But this is a relationship gone bad. I think they're still dealing with each other. She was arrested for aiding and abetting, trying to get him out. And then, ladies, once you call the police, you need to stand on whatever you said. If he's abusing you, stand on it. If he's not abusing you, don't call the police. Stop lying and playing games. And stand on whatever you say. Ain't no coming back later. Oh, I was lying. He didn't really beat me up and black my eyes. No, he did. So stand on it. Be honest. But let's get back into the video.
This is the charge, domestic abuse violation. This is about the shit in St. Tammany. Why was I in Orleans Parish? Why was I even in jail? That's what I'm trying to show y'all. That's why I left the jail. And they have a lot more brothers that's innocent, just like me, that's trying to prove their innocence. That's why they ran. Jason Williams, the sheriff, Susan Hudson, these people are corrupted. These people was talking to St. Tammany and telling St. Tammany they gonna sentence me behind this, and telling St. Tammany if they can't get me, St. Tammany gonna get me. You see what I'm saying? Behind a woman that's.
So you can see now when the camera backed up, you can see it was like a phone. So it's like we're watching a pre-recorded video that I believe was streamed live. Also, when this woman reported the crime on him, he already has a record. If you already have a record and somebody calls the police on you, it's going to be bad. And so I think that plays a part into it too. The fact that he already has a record.
A grown adult that never stated that I ever raped her. They have a detective that's over the case, that's trying to pursue charges on me because of my prior history. Who I was in the past is not who I am today. So I'm asking for the media. I don't even have a lawyer to help me. I'm asking for help. That's why I ran. You feel me? I'm a grown man. I have kids. I have a mother. I have a baby mother.
Look, y'all better stop this. Foodiegang, I am not hiding this man, okay? All I said was I like his accent and he was looking kind of fly. But I'm not hiding this man, Blaze. And Foodiegang, y'all need to stop. Yeah. Hey, Blaze said 9-7. You're hiding him out. He's still getting my plates. Of course not, Blaze. I would never give another man what belongs to you. And nah, he too hot. And not in the physical sense. Hot as in like the police is on his tail. And I don't know if he beat that woman up or not, but I don't want to find out. I know that. That's nothing, ladies. If a man comes to you and say he got a DV charge, look, I ain't saying you gotta believe all women, but do you want to find out if the charge was real or not? What's up, Riaz?
Hey,
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing well.
um, how's your day going, Drip?
It's going alright though. I'm just chilling out. Today's my day off though. So I'm just basically home all day today. Yesterday I did go to where I needed to go to, and then after that today I'm just home for today. Tomorrow, I don't know. Tomorrow is Eid though, but then also I don't know if I wanna go in or not though. But actually my family on Saturday will celebrate Eid though. We'll go to London and celebrate with my family there though. Saturday though. Cause my brother and sister got exams on Friday, I think. But I don't know what to do on
Yeah,
Friday.
Drip. Is it sunny there? It's like you got some sun, some light in the background. Is it sunny outside?
Yeah, pretty much. Hold on one sec.
Oh
Let me
yeah,
just
because
change the.
I remember you was telling me it was raining, so that's good that y'all got some sun.
Yeah, trust me, the sunlight is a very rare thing here, man. Sunlight is very rare.
Really? In the UK?
Yeah, sunlight is rare. The only time we ever get more sun is in summertime. After that, it's either cloudy, it's rainy, or basically, I think one time, sometimes icy though, depending how cold though. And then you get a little bit of sun, not too much though. So like the weather is very unpredictable and that type of thing though. So to be honest though, like to be honest, it's, to be honest though, weather is all over the place. There is some light outside though, but not much sun though. We did get sun though, but very rare.
I never thought about it. I'll be honest, I never thought about it.
Yeah,
I
because
just thought
you actually wonder though, basically, for me as well, basically everyone has an ache, me and many British Pakistanis, we suffer with lack of vitamin D though, natural vitamin D. We've got very low vitamin D deficiency. That's the same thing as well though that I've got, low vitamin D. So I have to take tablets constantly though, because we don't get much sunlight.
yeah, they recommend that we do the same thing in Alaska. And even when I was in Oregon, they were saying like take vitamin D, just because there's lack of sunlight.
Yeah.
Um,
But actually, though, do you actually wonder why sometimes, though, I have some color in my body and sometimes I look very light, though? It's because it's depending on how much vitamin D is in my body. Because, look, my dad's brown and my mom's lightish type of color, though. So basically, I flip between both of their genetics, though.
oh, okay, Drip. Is that a soccer shirt on that you got?
Yeah, pretty
Or
much.
isn't it called football there?
It is called football, though. Yeah, it is a soccer shirt, though. But I call it football because that's a UK thing, though. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like I remember hearing it's like flipped. It's weird. It's it's backwards or we're backwards. I don't know. Y'all are wrong. We wrong.
So I probably say just only from where you're only over there you call it soccer. Everywhere else everyone calls it football though. It's just probably the terms you just call it.
It's so weird though, because it's like one thing will be one thing over here and something else somewhere else. Okay, but Drip, what's going on with the inmate situation? Is remember when I played the video of the guy that escaped from jail? He was
Yeah.
explaining his innocence.
Mm-hmm.
We have since found out because the police raided that location And they found out that that video was shot 3 miles from the jail. They also discovered that he was not in that location and he just left the clothes there.
Well,
How do you feel about that?
that's kind of like wow, man. That's kind of surprising. Either that's really smart or it's pretty crazy. That's pretty silly, to be honest. Though they could just basically just find like that.
I agree with you. It's like a movie. It's like a real life movie. Um, it's crazy, but yeah, definitely is silly. He is definitely playing with the police. Um, has this ever happened in the UK? Like, have you guys ever experienced a prison or jail escape?
Pretty much, yes. Yeah, I'm pretty much sure it does happen here, though. It's just not as much, though. Although probably you won't hear it as much, though, to be honest. But it does happen, though. Just depending which area. I'm probably in the southeast of it, though. Higher crime rates mostly if you go down south, though. So if you go to South London, like Brixton or Peckham and stuff like that, you get more of the high crime rate. Yeah, you get crime in East London and wet parts of West London, though, is like very parts of West London is very rough though. It literally, like, higher crime and stuff like that. I know West London's supposed to be associated as very rich, very posh type thing, no, but that's not the case for the whole thing. No. Only some parts is rich and you actually would think it is, but actually some parts is actually basically very rough. It's just like everybody else. Just basically rough in a rich city, like New York, for example.
Mm. One thing I would say is that you are very aware of where you're at and everything that's going on around you. You be telling you know everything.
Yeah, I like to research, to be honest. Though. I haven't stayed in London in a long time because a lot has changed. I visit it sometimes, but I haven't lived in London in a long time. After 2008, I literally moved out of London, though. And I moved to Saudi, came back, and I'm pretty much in a different area. So basically, the area I stay, though, is just basically like countryside type of things or the smaller town type of thing. And it's a bit more where the better houses are, though. I'll never say where, but you know the where the better houses are though where basically where basically it's kind of like that where the better houses is.
Yeah, and I appreciate you so much always coming onto the platform. And it's like we get to see the other side of the world without going to the other side of the world.
Hmm.
And one thing I would say is like it's one thing that is cool is like there's so many common like similarities between you being from the UK and us in America. Like we can talk about the same subject. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not that different, and that's cool to see that.
Yeah, not really that different. It's just pretty much just similar stuff here. It's just everything is done different though. Basically, I'm just in a Western country just like you. Just the way I talk and the values I have don't show that. I'm actually pretty much in a Western country just like you.
Yes, and I love how like down to earth you are. You're like, hey, this ain't my life, but I get it. Because I feel like a lot of people be like, once they be looking down or they can't relate to real life.
Hmm. Yeah, but I'm really enough to admit I'm not about that life. It may seem like I dress like it or whatever, but actually, though, that's just fashion, though. That's just common fashion, to be honest, though. I ain't no. That's just common fashion. Don't mean
And
I'm
I'm
about.
not about that life either.
Yeah,
I just be talking about it.
yeah,
I'm
same
just
here.
here to
I'm
report
real
on.
and to admit it. You get some people though, who are not about that life, but they literally pretend to be.
Yeah. And it's just be honest, be yourself, be who you are, and people are gonna like you or they're not. And if they don't like you, then that person wasn't meant for you. It's
Uh,
really that simple.
Can I change my clothes also now? I got one top
Okay,
that's about.
okay.
See, look at this.
That was fast. Tell
I can change it.
you one thing, drippy fly, okay? be looking too cool for school.
Yeah, probably on Eid hopefully though. When on Eid probably will dress like it. I'm gonna go traditional Pakistani on Eid It's basically I don't wear them traditional clothes every day. It is basically I don't get much of a chance to. I could if I wanted to though, but I don't really get much chance to wear it though. So I just wear the traditional clothing though on Eid
Ooh, I would like to see what your traditional clothing looks like. Have
Yeah,
you ever posted a video to your YouTube channel or
I've posted probably have to go way back to probably one time did show or whatever though. Or maybe though on Eid though I might take a picture or whatever and I just might as well just post that picture and you can see what I look like.
yeah, because we always see dripped out, swagged out, got the shades on. And all that stuff. But I'm gonna play
Okay.
this video, and the reason why I was playing this video is so that this is 2 days ago. This is the original video, and then I'm gonna play some of the reactions to it and what has happened since this video happened. So let's get back into this video. Here we go, y'all.
A baby mother, a child, my children mother. Like it's a lot going on, and that's why I ran. I need help. You feel what I'm saying? Orleans Parish and St. Tammany is one of the corruptest parishes in the world. And I'm asking for help. There's a lot of corruption, juggins, all type of stuff going on, and they covering it up. They don't care about nothing in the state of Louisiana. This is something that needs to go under a federal investigation. What's going on? How they handling cases? Why Antoine Massey was in jail if the woman, the victim, the wrong woman, not a child, the wrong woman stated that he never raped her, he never beat her, he was nowhere in her presence. This is the affidavits on the date right here. This is the drop form from the district attorney office. This woman when did this. I didn't do this. Look, it's legally dated. So I'm asking please for help. Young boy, Meat Mills, people, LBL, you know what I'm saying? People that been through the system that know it's corrupt. Lil Wayne, Donald Trump, please, I'm asking for help. You know what I'm saying? When I get back in custody, I'm asking y'all please to come help. You feel what I'm saying? I'm asking the world I'm letting y'all know I'm not a raper, man. I'm not none of that. None of that. I'm a good person. I am a father that want to be in my children's life. You know what I'm saying? I want to let the younger youth know that going down the route of trying to be a street person is not the route. That's what type of person I am. Yes, I was lied on. They made Sterling lie on me. All the guys they picked me for him to lie on. I'm not saying Sterling a bad guy, but why did you pick me to lie on, bro? It's bigger than Sterling. I don't know why they picked me for him to lie on, but I never threatened Sterling ever. How could I threaten Sterling or hurt Sterling? He cannot come on a tip with me without a deputy being present. My name is Antoine Massey. I'm asking for help. I was one of the ones that was let out Orleans Parish Jail on May the 16th or May the 15th, 2025. So please, Meat Mills, Donald Trump, Lil Wayne, please help me. Lil Wayne, this is Big Antoine's son that's talking right now. I'm Lil Antoine. I was in your mama wedding when she married Rabbit. I was the ring boy, Lil Wayne.
Okay, so there is the video that he put out. That was the original video that we thought was live at the time. A lot of people say he was, not smart for going live and showing his background, showing his location. We have now found out that he actually was gone, long gone before they even got there. And it was not a live, it was pre-recorded. So,
Mm.
but it was uploaded like it was live. Drip, what do you think about this crazy situation?
Wow, this is
Hmm.
interesting though. Wow.
Do you think he's innocent? Or would you consider him to be innocent?
I don't know. There's a high possibility. I don't know. We have to see more though, to be honest. Though. Like it's not. I don't want to believe he's not innocent nor guilty though. But I want to see what's more coming though. Like, look, we see the video here and stuff like that. He explaining, okay, that's fine, but there's two sides to every story though. So so you gotta. It's also innocent till proven guilty. That's just that basically. You know, from me though, as Muslims, that's how a Muslim is supposed to be though. You're supposed to actually see both sides of the story, and then actually though, when which side is proven right. So I just gotta see, you know, like what's more to be there. It's not that I'm not gonna take away nothing from what a person's been through or whatever. But to be honest though, like this is interesting though. I mean look, he's either smart or he's being silly to be honest though. I get it though, like what he's doing, but he's either smart or he's crazy doing that.
Yeah, and a lot of people were saying he was dumb for going live. He finna get caught up. They finna find him. But what he did was low key kind of smart because he got the public on his side. And
Okay,
I do think some of the things he said were true. I think some of them were kind of a little bit fabricated, like the whole I'm innocent thing, because it's like, well, I don't know about innocent on charges, but you might be innocent on that specific crime, but you are guilty for escaping. I do think what he said about the jail being corrupt is absolutely true.
that
And about
is
him
true
being
though.
let out, I do think that that was true too, because ain't no way all them people just ran out the door. It looked like school when they say it's recess time and everybody's like running outside.
Okay, but anyway, yeah, you have a point though. Okay, look, I didn't know when he said that though. Yeah, you have a point on that though. I'll give him that though. Who knows? He might be innocent of that crime that he mentioned, though, but he might not be innocent on other stuff though. Like
Yeah, I think
so he's not fully.
that's
But
very
basically, to
true.
me right now, I'm kind of abstaining for now though. Because look, he's not fully innocent though, and he's not fully guilty. He might be innocent of a few things though, but then at the same time, though, to be real though, some things he's not. So it's complicated.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Trip. I feel like everything he's saying that he did, may not be true, but he is guilty of a couple of things, and it's like half and half. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you didn't do this, but you did this. And how do you feel about the girl being arrested that was in that original case, being arrested for aiding and abetting? She was recently arrested for helping him. Is that not weird?
That is kind of weird to be honest though. I don't know what to think though, man. I don't know what to think though. Wow, man. I don't know what to think to be honest though. Wow.
Yeah, the whole story is really mind-boggling. Like I can't believe it. Everybody else can't believe it. The police can't believe it. They don't know where he's at. And then there's another guy on the loose that they have no idea. So after
Wow.
that video came out on Instagram, it went viral, like broke the internet. It was unbelievable. So this is some of the news. One day ago, New Orleans home search after being recognized in escapee Antoine Massey's video post. So they actually were able to track back the home that they tracked the home that was in the video, and then they went and raided it. And that's when they found out he was never he was long gone. So they're like a cat and mouse game. They're chasing him, and that's it. Uh,
Yeah. But actually, wow. To be honest, I remember one time I actually told you about like there's a UK rapper. It's like there's a rapper in the UK. He's massive. He's a big name rapper, and also he's in and out that type of thing. His name's Fredo. Though I told you about him. No, and there's a case on him.
yeah,
No. like a felony or something like that. His entire
Mhm.
crew got investigated though. His friend got arrested and Fred is in hiding out in Dubai because first he didn't escape to Dubai to hide. He was probably in Dubai for business first, but when he found out though they were after him, he literally stayed there in Dubai and stuff like that.
Has there been any updates on that case, or he's still currently in hiding?
He's still currently in hiding, but the update to the case is that if he comes back to the UK, they'll arrest him.
Hmm. We better keep hiding. But okay, so you're saying that if he comes back, he's gonna keep hiding. So with
Yeah,
that being said, do you feel
yeah,
like
but the
Antoine
US
Massey and
uh,
Rose should keep hiding? Because when they come back, they're gonna meet the same fate he's gonna meet, which is being locked up.
well, probably though. But do you also think that depending on how much attention this case get, do you think the feds though, other than like the police and the case and stuff like that. I mean, like government agencies, FBI, CIA type of thing. Now, do you think they'll start to investigate though as well, depending on how serious it gets though?
That's a great question. I'm glad that you mentioned that. The
Because
FBI
look,
has been brought in. The FBI
mm,
has been brought in after, honestly, the FBI should have came in a long time ago. But the FBI has come into the situation now. They have the U.S. Marshal, and so it's about to get hot. But why did they wait like 3 weeks though? They should have been came.
wow, good point.
Hey, how are
Anyways,
you
the reason,
doing? How are you doing? Yeah, but they're just now coming in, which I think is kind of weird, right?
yeah, I feel you on that though. Probably the thing that when I mentioned to you earlier is about and stuff about that guy though. Like basically though, like about that that I mentioned to you about earlier that I don't know, you never know. I mean you can still hide out in Dubai, nothing else will happen to him, no, as long as he's basically hiding out and he's basically, keeping a low profile, he'll be safe for now though, I guess. Or like probably
Did you keep
depending how
it
Depending how serious, depending how serious it might be, though, you never know. Who knows? Interpol could get involved if they wanted to, but for now, he's okay for now. But anyways, though, on this thing, no, I don't know. Depending how much attention it gets, then maybe the FBI, CIA might have to step in.
I believe the FBI has stepped in and has joined the New Orleans police because one thing we can say is that they clearly need help. I would not trust New Orleans, Louisiana to even finish this out by themselves because your time is up. The criminal has outsmarted you guys. Derrick Groves, who is a four-time, N word, is on the loose somewhere. And y'all have no idea where he's at. This like FBI should have been stepped in when all these inmates ran out of jail. That's when they should have stepped in. That's a lot of people to try to find at the same time. So I don't know why they just now come in. They should have been came in my opinion.
Okay, I mean, I
That's
can understand though from his point of view as well, but I just feel like there's more to it than I think. There's more to it than you think. That's just what I feel though, because you know, just you never know what things could be though. It's not really about whether he's guilty or not, or if he is or if he isn't though. There's just more to it, and if he is though, then it is what it is though. To be honest.
yeah, and it's kind of really about what you can prove. But one thing we can say is I don't know how this is going to end because honestly, I thought this would be over by now. I did not expect us to be coming up on a month and there's still two people on the loose. I'm surprised that they even got this far and that it has gone this far and it's gone on for this long. I'm surprised the video came out. Everything up until this point, like I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how this is gonna end. I know that the family is pleading to Anton to turn himself in. I don't
Wait, so
know if that's
how many? The one question is, if he keeps hiding out there, how long do you think they'll, like when they find him and arrest him, how many years do you think he'll spend off for evasion, for escaping, prison or whatever? How long?
I heard 5 to 10 years, but for him, I wouldn't be surprised if they tacked on more years or more
20,
charges.
30 years though?
You know what I'm
Do
saying?
you
Because now they're mad.
do
I
you
think
think
he gonna
he'll
get
get 20
at
to
least
30
10 plus
years though?
years. I think he's gonna do at least 10 plus years for this. And they might add on some charges like resisting, evading. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they won't do him dirty.
So basically a life sentence.
They might be. And then I heard that he was facing life based off of the allegations, the domestic abuse. And they also said, well, one thing that he kind of alleged in his video, what other people that have been through the New Orleans prison and jail system have said, is that they be overcharging people. Like you know what I'm saying, be giving out lengthy sentences for crimes that are not that serious in that state, is what I heard. But they gonna lock him up and throw away the key.
So
Now they're
basically
mad.
life so basically life in prison with no parole.
I don't know. I would say at least 10 plus years just for the escaping. Now, his original crime that he is being accused of, like the domestic abuse, there's even talking about strangulation. I don't know how much time that is going to give him, but I think at least 10 plus years for escaping.
Okay.
He's going to be on a schedule where he barely gets out. But honestly, they can't let him out. You're an escape artist and a mastermind.
Wait, what do you mean by mastermind? In which way?
I feel like he was really behind the plan to escape. And this is all alleged. I feel like he started the plan and he got more men on the bandwagon. And the reason why he got more men on the bandwagon, because they could have felt like they were innocent, but also it was a great distraction. And I feel like he had the plan, even though he was let out. I feel like he was the one that went to everybody like, "Hey, bro, let's get out of here." You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by mastermind. But I could be wrong. This is my theory.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna get into this video. Okay, so they search the home after being recognized in the video. Let's see what they got to say.
Afternoon, I'm Lauren McCoy.
And I'm Meg Gatto. A social media video showing what appears to be one of the Orleans jail escapees prompts a search of a home in New Orleans.
Todd Trung joins us with details on the search, which is now in its third week.
Well, Lauren, that social media video spread quickly after it was posted on Sunday, and a source tells Fox 8 that state police searched a home on Agriculture Street in the 7th Ward because of it. The source says officers got tips from relatives who recognized the backdrop in the social media video. According to the Associated Press, when investigators searched the home, they did not find Antoine Massey, but did find clothing they believed he was wearing in the video. Massey and convicted killer Derrick Groves are the two remaining escapees who broke out of the Orleans Parish Jail on May 16th. 8 other inmates have been recaptured. Today, Governor Jeff Landry repeated the message authorities have been sending to the fugitives.
What I would urge is that those two quit the hide and seek game that we're playing, turn yourself in, and you'll be able to have your day in court.
Typically what happens is as time goes on, those resources dwindle and dwindle, and they're either forced to do something drastic, like further criminal action, a carjacking to get transportation, rob a store to get money.
And that was security consultant and former Secret Service agent Donald Lane. He says the social media video of Massey is bold but also desperate. Lane believes it shows Massey running out of options and trying to win over public opinion. The reward in this manhunt for Antoine Massey and Derrick Groves is now up to $50,000 per fugitive.
Okay, so there we have it. He feels like the video of Antoine Massey is showing that he's running out of resources. They want them to turn themselves in so they can have their day in court. You guys want them to turn themselves in because you can't find them. Let's just be real here. Y'all can't find them. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? They don't know where these men are. They have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is here. Well, the answer is don't go to jail. That's the answer. And you can tell that law enforcement don't really have nothing to say besides turn yourself in. Let's stop the hide and seek game. Hide and seek. You haven't found them, so they're winning the game. So why give up now? What do you think, Drew?
Wow. I don't know, to be honest. This is kind of complicated. Who knows? At some point, you never know. He could have left the country also, though. You never know about that. Is that a possibility or not? Is that possibility he left the country also?
I think that they're out of the state of New Orleans. And we're coming up on a month. That's a long time, and y'all keep saying that they don't have resources, but it's looking like they do. It's not like when he came and made that video, he was wearing those scrubby clothes. He had a nice outfit on that people on the outside don't even got. So, but all law enforcement is saying what they should supposed to say, which is turn yourself in so you can have your day in court. No, you want them to give up because they're winning and you can't find them. Just be honest. And I don't know why Derrick would turn himself in when he has a life sentence. Does that even make sense? Turn yourself in and you're gonna be in jail. That don't even make no sense. But they want them to give up because they don't know where they are. They have no idea where Derrick is. They don't even talk about Derrick.
Okay.
Okay, this is another video that I'm gonna pull up about the home search. And in one of these videos, they actually talked to a couple of the residents. Let me see, make sure I can pull that video up, where they talk to people from the neighborhood and see, how they felt about it. Because that's a scary feeling. You look outside your window and you see like the SWAT team, the FBI, the police, and this is a manhunt. So they came with the ammo. Like, that's got to be a scary feeling to see all that outside your window. You're like, where do I live at? Let's see. Can't find it. Let me see. Drip, in the meantime, while I'm putting that video up, do you want to tell us about your YouTube channel?
Sure, so basically, though, I posted today, my thing is about UK hip hop culture, and I'm here to spread that. And basically, I do voiceover content with UK rap clips. I just talk over UK rap videos, though, and explain, what goes on in the video, or just explain bits and pieces of the culture and show you different aspects of UK hip hop culture, though. Because there's multiple aspects to it, though. And today, the thing I did, I posted a short on it though, and also on TikTok, basically, I do the same thing also there, but it's done different.
Okay. Yes, strippers always making great content, always putting out new content. As a content creator, it's hard to always have, new content, fresh ideas, but Drip be doing it every day.
True.
Every day.
Sometimes I real though with you as well. Sometimes I repurpose the same idea and I basically make it new.
I do
Sometimes,
that all the time. I will like remix my content, and when you have a lot of content, though, you can do that.
no, like if I run out of ideas, I just basically reuse the same concept. Like make a new one, but basically the concept is very similar in a way, but it's done differently.
Yes, and I always am remixing, and because you never know, like you can
Remix
post
that
a
stuff.
video. You can post a video when you don't have a lot of subscribers, and then you can repost it, and then the people that didn't see it before will see it because you
Yeah,
reposted it. You know what I'm saying?
sometimes though I might do reaction shots also though.
Yeah, the reaction shorts are great because there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's always stuff to react to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for some reason I cannot find that video with the neighbors, and it makes me so mad because I was watching it. I'm gonna keep looking for it, but we're gonna go into Urban Politicians TV and listen to what he has to say and his reaction and his thoughts.
One of the jail escapees that's still on the run, posting videos on social media. Now you have officials in our parish and surrounding parishes telling him to turn himself in.
I'm one of the ones that was let out all in this parish jail. Where they said I escaped, right?
17 days after 10 men escaped from the Orleans Justice Center jail, Antoine Massey, one of 2 men still on the run, pleads his case in different versions of 10-minute-long social media videos.
I'm showing y'all, the whole world, how corrupted the state of Louisiana is. I'm an innocent man. Yes, in my past, I made mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say mistakes. I was just young. You know what I'm saying? But the system has failed a lot of people and not just me.
Meanwhile, his pastor, Robert Brown, calls on him to return to custody.
Turn yourself in. If you care about your family, turn yourself in.
Deputy U.S. Marshal Brian Fair says authorities are now thoroughly investigating the videos in hopes of locating Massey. Metropolitan Crime Commission CEO Rafael Goyeneche says the videos could provide clues to help law enforcement locate Massey.
To determine who posted them, on what platform, using what devices.
In the videos, Massey specifically calls on President Donald Trump, Kim Kardashian, and multiple rappers for help as he maintains his innocence. He also claims the domestic abuse battery case he was booked with at the time of his escape was filed by a jealous girlfriend. During the videos, he shows an affidavit his alleged victim filed with St. Tammany authorities. Goyeneche says the paperwork could be proof that the woman, who has been arrested in connection with helping Massey evade law enforcement, has assisted him. Massey also calls Louisiana's legal system corrupt, specifically calling out local authorities in the videos.
Jason Williams, Susan Hudson, the sheriff, St. Tammany, these people are racist. These people are biased. These people just doing whatever they want to do, and I'm asking for help, please, before they throw me away for something that I did not do.
District Attorney Jason Williams declined an interview Monday. St. Tammany District Attorney Colin Sims said only that he hopes Massey turns himself in. Massey also specifically calls out Sterling Williams, a maintenance worker accused of turning off the water in the cell from which Massey and 9 others escaped May 16th.
They try to paint a picture of me as this big old bad guy. Oh, I threatened Sterling, the maintenance man. How did I threaten you, bro? You can't even come around me without a deputy being on the tip.
Williams' attorney, Michael Kennedy, responds.
For him to get up there on social media and call Sterling a liar when I have already been out there saying, this is not what we are saying happened. I presume he is just going straight from the arrest affidavit.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and I'm out here tonight kicking it at my pop's crib, him and the fam. We relaxing, big chilling, but I did want to make sure I popped out and gave y'all the update on the latest when it come to Antoine Massey. As we see, dog broke the internet yesterday with the viral video of him pleading his case while he is on the run right now. And as we expected, they did find that location and they put it out there that they raided that home, but he was not there. New Orleans jail escapee Antoine Massey released videos on social media while still on the run from authorities, leading to a police raid that failed to recapture him. A law enforcement source tells Fox 8, authorities were so convinced that the authenticity of the videos that they searched a New Orleans home late Monday where they believed the videos were filmed, according to the source. Massey was not at the home, the official said, but authorities did locate some clothing they believed he wore during the filming. Authorities had been tipped to the videos, which were posted on Sunday by relatives who recognized the residence from which Massey was speaking. It was not.
I just want to stop it right here, and I wanted to go over what he just said, which is that relatives recognized the residence from which Massey was speaking. It was not immediately clear who owned the home. I heard that the relatives are who tipped off the police about the location. Now, are these relatives helping Massey, or are they looking for the payout of $50K? Or are they playing the game too of hide and seek? Because even if there was $50K on the line, I'm not giving up my sister or brother. Drip, do you think the relatives are helping Massey, or they really want him to turn himself in?
Mm, I don't know. They want to help him at the same time. They feel like they want him to turn in, though, because it's not that they don't want to help him, though. It's just basically not. They also just feel like, as the family, though, they just feel like in his best interest, though, is to just basically turn himself in, because it's going to make it worse. It's not just making it worse on them, looking out for him, though. They could help him as much as possible, though, but at the same time, no, they just probably feel, though, at some point, though, like, they probably didn't mind helping him at first, but then at some point they came to the realization it's going to get worse for him, though, than that, so they probably want him to turn himself in now.
Yeah, and some of his family members have been arrested. They arrested his sister. And then the people that they're arresting, they have really high bond amounts, like 2.5 million, 1 million, you know what I'm saying? Like $1 million bonds. And they're facing 5 years just for helping him. I heard, this is all speculation, but people think that the family is really with Massey, and the reason they tipped off the police is because they're playing the game too. Or did they turn him in for the $50K? We will never know the truth. From what I have,
Maybe I'm probably gonna guess, though, some of his family wanting him to turn himself in because it's for his best interest and they're looking out for him. And I think some of his family want to get that. They want to cash in, though.
I agree with you there, Drew, because everybody's family got that one person in it who is just for money, very shicey, very shady.
Basically a snake.
So, what did you say?
basically a snake though. Like, look, I feel like
Yeah.
probably when it comes to his family though, I think his family though is probably divided on it. Some basically want him to turn himself in for the best interest. Then you got some who literally want to help him no matter what. And then you got some who just basically, wanting to cash in though. So I probably feel like his family's divided on that type of thing. So, I probably feel like a family
Yeah.
is divided right now. Because some just, have different reasons though, you know. Some just want to help him and some just want to turn him in though. And when I
Yes.
mean by help,
Very
there's
true.
different ways to approach help though as well though. Some just have to literally take action to help and some just literally basically just want to say, look, turn yourself in, this is for your best interest though. We're looking out for you, you know?
Yeah, because his auntie, she went on a rant before he came out with his videos. One thing she was saying is that she wanted him to turn himself in before he got hurt.
Wait,
Because
what about
I
his own
feel like
past?
when the police find him, it could end in gunfire.
Yeah, probably. I was also gonna say, what about his pastor though? His own pastor literally told him, please turn yourself in. His own pastor, the video that we saw where his pastor was saying to him, his pastor was saying, you know, he was saying that he should turn himself in.
Yes, and the aunt, she posted a video before his videos came out going on a rant. And the other day she
Wait, do
was
you know where that
on
video is? Because then you could show me though, because I don't think I've seen that.
about the auntie, yes, I'm gonna pull that up.
Yeah.
Let me get that situated. But she was saying she wanted him to turn himself in before he got hurt. And now she went on Chris Como, which is like he used to be on CNN. And she was saying that turn yourself in with the pastor so that he can advocate on your behalf. I feel like he needs to have legal counsel, like a whole lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Like the pastor cool and all, but the pastor's not a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So let me pull up the video of the auntie though. She was going in, and I'm gonna give you guys a timestamp on this video of the auntie. And I've been talking about this video forever, but today I'm gonna play it for y'all for real. Okay, her YouTube channel is called Fit Fab Over 50. And she posted this video 7 days ago. Let me get to the screen. Let me show y'all her YouTube channel and all that stuff. I believe she already was a content creator before this happened. Because she already has a channel. She had about 900 subscribers when I saw this video.
Okay.
Now she has 1.5K subscribers. So, and then this video that she did, 34,000 views 7 days ago. She posted this video before Antoine Massey made his videos. She said, the quote is, or the title is, Antoine Massey lashes out to the internet. We need prayer, not hate. This is her personal YouTube channel. And on this channel, because I checked it out, because y'all know I'll be nosy, I'll be investigating. On that channel, she has real content. So I believe she was already a content creator. She had 900 subscribers before, well, when she first posted this video. So she already was doing her thing. Yeah, I'm gonna get the disclaimer up here, or the fair use, and then we're going, oh, sorry, up there. We're gonna get into the video.
I have a public announcement to make. And I swear I did not want to come on here on my platform with this because I'm a private person and my family is private. But I'm the only one that can speak up right now because I'm the matron of this family right now. My mama is too sick for this. My daddy too old for this. And my sister, she the last one y'all want to hear from right now. But this right here pertains to Antoine Massey. If you motherfuckers don't have no type of consideration for our family, bruh, I get it. I understand. I can't control social media. I cannot control what people do on here. And Lord, forgive me for cursing because I'm not even that type of broad no more. I done buried her a long time ago. But right now, our family is going through. You niggas is opening up old wounds that we are trying to bury. We are trying to bury them. Y'all making my nephew out to be a monster. He is not a monster. Do y'all understand what the fuck going on here? If you don't, let me explain. Let me explain. Yes, Antoine, 30-something years old. He's the son of my big brother, Antoine Taylor. Yes, he is. Now, with that being said, is Antoine a problem child? Of course. Anybody who know us know that. Has Antoine been a problem since they fucking won? Yes. But how did he get that way? Y'all know how he got that way. From watching his father get executed in front of him, but he's not the only one that it done affected. It affected his sister. It affected his mama. It affected all of his siblings. Do you understand what I'm saying? It affected all of them. But this is his story with it. His sister right now is locked up and incarcerated from allegedly helping him. Allegedly helping him. She ain't been right since she seen the murder of her father. The oldest one ain't been right. Nettie the only one who got her fucking life together. That's because she was too young to remember. Too young. She was a baby when it happened. His own mama can't even reach out and try to help him because she just come home from doing a 14-year bid. And at the same time, if she was to be in touch with him, she can go back to jail. So I'm the only one left that can speak out for all of them. I'm going to need for y'all to fall back. I'm going to need for y'all to lay low on your fucking YouTube channels and all this here. You feel me? Now, ready. This go for you, and I hope you hear this. And anybody who know Ratty, wherever Ratty at, please give this message to him. I'm going to need you to fall back on your interviews, fall. Now, I don't know who this nigga is who you talking to on YouTube. Okay? He a little small YouTuber, but this ain't the story he going fucking viral on. He not going.
So this is a part of her rant. I'm just gonna pause it because we're gonna talk about what she just discussed. So Antoine Massey came out days later with his video pretty much saying the same thing about his father being unalived in front of him. And she also mentioned that his Antoine Massey's sister is arrested for aiding and abetting. So, as you guys can see, Antoine Massey is not lying about this particular situation, about the father being unalived in front of them. He's telling the truth about that part. What do you think so far about everything we heard, Rick?
Wow. I mean, that's interesting to be honest, though.
Yeah, and you can see she's felt very passionate about this.
Yeah.
Very passionate. I can't even find a still shot where she's not yelling.
I know that we're basically from the outside of what's point of view on that type of thing, no. But what do you think he should do, though? Do you think he should basically hand himself in, though? Because I probably think so. I don't know. He's up. Whatever he does, that's his decision, and there's nothing I can do. It's very complicated when it comes to that, but also though, it's not worth it doing that type of thing. I don't know.
I do agree with you about it being very complicated. I feel like if he turns himself in, he should do it with a lawyer. Now, in his case, he said he can't afford a lawyer. And so it makes me think, is that why he went public with it, to kind of gain public opinion so he can get a lawyer?
Probably.
But I think if he does turn himself in, he should do it with a lawyer. Now, Derrick Groves, Derrick, you got life. Once you turn yourself in, you know you're going back to jail. I feel like Derrick Groves should keep on running, but then again, I don't want a convicted murderer out there on the loose. So turn yourself in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of how I feel about it. Antoine Massey, you should get a lawyer and turn yourself in. But if that is not possible, like within the next couple of days, I think you should turn yourself in and maybe hopefully you like recording it or have somebody with you. Cause I'm kind of scared for his safety. Cause it can gunfire, you know what I'm saying? Like it could end badly. I'm scared for Anton and also for Derrick. But going to jail and prison has to be scary also. You know, so I'm not sure what they should do, but I know one thing's real, we're gonna be right here watching. Yeah.
Mhm.
We're gonna be right here watching, looking, and speculating. And take this as a learning lesson, y'all. Stay out of jail. Stay out of trouble. So you don't even have to be in these type of situations. We're gonna go back in and we're gonna listen to what else the auntie has to say. We're gonna see how much we could take because y'all, there's a lot of yelling up in here.
Ain't it. This one right here ain't it because it's doing too much to my mama. It's doing too much to my daddy. My daddy's supposed to be going on the news right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? I need for y'all to lift this family up in prayer. The Taylors, where y'all at, man? Do y'all want to relive this shit again? Y'all still ain't healed from my brother death. Y'all still ain't healed from his death. And y'all gonna watch this shit go down in national TV, bro. I'm trying not to get upset because I've been crying all day at work today and I had to flip tables in there. And I might be fired, but I don't give a fuck. I don't care right now. And anybody know me? No, I don't even curse like this. But I'm tired. I'm a woman of prayer. I prayed on it. I left it alone. But the jokes get to me. I'm not going to keep walking around people and they cracking jokes, making bets on who going to win, who going to be the last man standing. They going to get killed because there ain't nothing I'm going out like a fight. That ain't nothing you want to put in the universe. Not for him. This not his fault, y'all, and I'm not taking no sides. And I'm not trying to make excuses for him. But this not for him, y'all. Because trust me, he's scared right now. He's scared. He want to go home. Because he the type of nigga, he will make decisions and think afterwards. Because he not all there. Am I saying he don't know right from wrong? Yes, he know right from wrong. He grown. But the system raised him. He been in jail 14 years of his life. Come home, domestic violence, he back in there. All he wanted to do is see his mama who just come home. All he wanted to do is see his baby graduate. But we know that's not the way of going by doing. But in his mind, it is. It's his mind he can't do 14 more years. And the crazy part about it is he was the one with the lesser charges. He was the one with the lesser charges. Forgive my anger. Forgive my disrespect, but I'm unapologetic right fucking now, and I don't care. I know I cannot control social media. I can't control the internet. I can't control none of this shit, but I'm gonna need for y'all to fall back with your jokes, bro, because every time I watch a YouTube video, that shit bother me.
So, this is what they say about sometimes you need to just log off because social media is going to do what it does. You know what I'm saying? We're going to read some of the comments. Social media is going to do what it does. And there's nothing that she can really do about it. People are going to say everything. People, you know how the internet is. They're going to look everything up. You know what I'm saying? So she's saying that for them, it is opening old wounds. And I get that, but at the same time, we're going to talk about what's going on here because this is something that we never seen before.
Mhm.
This is something that we never seen before. Let's go into the comment section. Someone says streaming at the internet won't change a thing. He put his family in this position. He needs to stay off social media. She can't handle it. And someone said, as a mother who has been in your situation and lost my child to gun violence, I agree. And my heart is with you and Antoine. And also his mother and sister. I'm praying for all y'all. So I did a little bit of research on the mom. The mom just got home in 2024 after a 14-year bid for allegedly unaliving somebody, or she was convicted of unaliving somebody. So his mom just got out of prison, and she is a felon, and so is he. Felons cannot be around other felons. Can you imagine coming home and then all this happens? Absolutely insane. Another thing that I found out is that this is all alleged to the day before Antoine Massey escaped, his father's killer was killed, and then he escaped. And so this story just has so many twists and turns, and it's just it's unreal. And someone said you just validated what we already knew. If you're the head of his support system, he never had a chance. So I'm reading the comments to tell y'all to show y'all that social media is gonna do what it do.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing you can do. And so the aunt already had her social media page. She's doing interviews now. She is pleading for Antoine Massey to turn himself in. And you guys heard in that other video, some of the family members even called the police on Antoine Massey because they recognized the location in the video. Drip, are you telling on your family member?
I don't know. That depends, though. I don't know. With you, though. With you, I'll probably say that. I'll be real enough to admit that depends, though. Depends on what
Yeah.
it is, though. Then maybe, though. Depending how serious the situation is, then yes. If not, not really. So I'd say it's complicated when it comes to me. What about you?
I think that you're right. It depends on what the crime is. Like, if you're out here harming children and women, it depends. Now, if you're Derrick Groves, I'm definitely gonna tell on you. I don't
Wait,
even think that. Yeah.
yeah, okay, what's that you're saying?
Okay, Derrick Groves is the inmate that escaped. That is a convicted 4-time unaliver. He has 4 bodies on him. I heard it's all legend too. I heard that the 4 bodies that are on him was because of revenge for his grandmother who was unalived. We can have to do some research on Derrick Groves, but okay, if
Okay,
you're Derrick Groves, I'm telling on you. If
same
you're a
here.
convicted member, I'm telling. It's crazy. Like, I feel like for not telling, I would get bad karma.
Yeah, but also depends on what crime it is, though, and how serious it is, though. Then, yeah, of course I'm gonna snitch, though. They think it's snitching, of course I'm gonna do it, though. And the only time I'm ever snitching, though, is it's a last resort type of thing, though. That's what I'm gonna do, though. Literally, I'm not about that life, so the rules don't apply to me. So whether I snitch or no, that does not mean you have to apply those rules to me because they don't apply to me. Because I'm not about it, though.
I agree with you. The rules don't even apply to us because we are civilians. If my cousin is Derrick Rose, and I know where you are, I'm telling on you just because you have a very violent offense. Now, Anton,
I wouldn't say just the record of the
I don't
offense.
know.
I would say the person's behavior as well. If I think the person is a threat, then of course I'm gonna do it. So when you actually
Yeah,
mention
like if you
person,
are walking around talking crazy with a gun in your head, yeah, I'm telling on you. Like I would feel bad for not telling. If I see that you're mentally unstable, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you're right. The person's attitude and demeanor, matters as well.
Also, the way they speak, I'd say no. I'm saying depends if they are gonna cause harm to other people or me though specifically, then I'm gonna do it. But also, that's kind of complicated when it comes to that though. Depends on what it is though. But, I mean, I should do it no matter what, but it's kind of complicated on that though. To be honest, it also depends on what it is though.
Yeah, like if you just stole a car, I'm not tripping. Your reward probably won't even you probably won't even have a reward. But if you is out here harming women and children, you walking around looking crazy, looking at the ceiling, gambling all day. I see that you're on drugs. Yeah, I'm definitely turning you in. Now, if you were like you did a really petty crime, that might depend. But if you look showing signs of someone who is mentally unstable, talking about going in and like exacting violence on the public, yeah, I'm gonna tell on you. And I feel like as a with empathy, that's what anybody should do if that person is definitely a threat to society at that point in time.
Yeah, that's why I said it's complicated though, because I got too much empathy. That's why though. It's not that I'm not naive. Or I'm not willing to actually see what's up. So I just got too much empathy though. I'm just made that way. So I'm a, I'm just made that way to be honest. I got too much empathy. So basically, I feel like it's complicated, and it's more to it than I think it is though. Because you know what they say, don't judge a book by its cover, because there's more to the story than you think it is.
That is so true. And that's why Anton Massey doing what he did put a face to the story. It humanized him because what the media was portraying was that they were just straight up criminals, bad people, and they could still be all those things. But seeing him actually explain the story himself, people are looking at him like he's innocent. He was done wrong. And I think that it has made him a low-key celebrity, kind of.
Yeah, that also depends on
People
the
are actually
person's tone
rooting
of
for him.
voice, the way he speak, and the way he's talking. No, it's not just his tone of voice. He actually genuinely feels something, no, and it makes people actually makes people feel something for him, no.
Yeah,
And
I
he's
do think that it
provoked at
made
the same time.
the public feel for him. And let me ask you this, Drew. If he starts a GoFundMe, or if just theoretically, if he started a GoFundMe, would you donate to his GoFundMe?
Probably though. Would you? I was gonna ask the same question. Would you do it though? Because if you would do it, then maybe though. I'd say I'll give a maybe answer though, because I don't know if I want to do it or not. Like if it's like if it's like a petition and stuff like that though, just to vote and stuff like that, or like basically just put my name in it, then maybe though. But actually send anything, I don't know about that.
But you, because I feel like this. If I'm going to give him the money, I need to be out here like helping the children or something. Like there's got to be people who got other GoFundMe's that are in way worse situations that are actually innocent, have nothing to do with crime. But I feel like I might give $1 or two. But some people, I feel like some people are going to pay for the lawyer. You know what I'm saying? And that's what him, making that live did do. It did humanize him.
Yeah, I was probably gonna say I'd say maybe because I'm not sure though. I'm just not sure, but I feel you on what you're saying though.
So, and then I feel like if he was to have one, I feel like it would raise a lot of money though.
Okay.
Because some people are but they believe him. And he was very believable. And everything he said was believable except for the I'm innocent. Everything else was like, okay, we see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So, the aunt went on Chris Como. He used to work for CNN. I don't think he does now, or he might. I really need to check that because I keep saying that. She went and did an interview with Chris Como. Chris Como has been reporting on the inmate situation, and the aunt actually, she actually went on his show and she talked about it. I have not watched that video. We are going to react to it together. So let me get that pulled up. Okay, so Aunt of New Orleans jailbreak speaks out in an exclusive interview with Chris Como. So I believe that this is the same aunt that we just saw yelling in that video. I think this is the same aunt. It looks like it, but all their family, they got some strong genes, so it cannot be, but I think it is. And let me get and shout out to Trip. Thank you so much, Trip, for coming up. We really appreciate that. And hanging out with us, rocking out with us. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to his YouTube channel.
Nephew is or who might be helping him?
Okay, let me go back.
Have you been for?
And then this video was 1 day ago.
Forthcoming with authorities about what you know about where your nephew is or who might be helping him?
Yes, I had some officers actually meet me today here at my home, asking me a few questions because they seen some of my videos that I had recently put out, especially the last one where I told Antoine, myself.
Okay, this is definitely the same aunt that was in that video, and she even mentions it herself. And y'all, we got Toya here. Come here, Toya. Come a little closer. We got Toya here. Live in the building. But let's get back into this aunt and see what she has to say.
I swear he looked like my ex.
He definitely does, and he's on the run, and Toya thinks he look fine. I'm gonna take these headphones off, and then I think we're gonna both get here from here. So let's see.
No, I gotta dip out.
Okay, all right, Toya. Toya just came and used me. She came and used my facilities.
I'm gonna join in on my phone.
Okay, all right. Yeah, tap in. And she was here last night when we talked about food stamps. We had a great conversation about food stamps. We talked all about it, but let's hear what the aunt got to say.
That I saw the video and for him to turn himself in. So I guess the authorities here in Atlanta picked up on that video and wanted to come here and ask me a few questions. And I was very cooperative with them. Yes.
So my understanding is that you have a son who's in that same jail. What does he make of how this was pulled off and his cousin's suggestion that he was let out, that he didn't escape?
Well, as far as my son and Antoine was on two different separate tiers, and I thank God they didn't run into each other. But for stories that I get from my son pertaining to this it's very low key in there with the information as of now, because now they are having the right authorities walking and monitoring the prison as they should have before. But
yeah, one thing we can say, they are not playing with anybody who's left in that jail no more, because they don't want other inmates to see this, to hear about it, and try to do the same thing. So right now, they're not playing, and she's saying that they have the guards in there that they should have from the get-go.
what he does touch in on is how they don't have the proper water to bathe with, how they eat every other day pretty much, and he's always on me to make sure that I have enough money in his commissary so that he have enough food for when they ever decide to.
Wait, hold up. They get fed every other day. They don't be taking a shower. Oh man. See, this reminds me of the jail in Atlanta, Rice Street, which they were under federal investigation for having inhumane conditions. This kind of sounds like another Rice Street, in my opinion.
Feed them again, and also about how things just go up in there that shouldn't be going. You know what I'm saying? Like for us hot water, you can't flush the toilet. It smells very vulgar in there, so they have to leave the doors open because the humidity and the smell is just unbearing. Yes.
Tell us about your nephew. What should we make of his suggestion that he didn't do any of these things that he's accused of? Now, one interesting fact, you know this already, but for the audience, so his ex who accused him of the things that have him in jail or had him in jail is also supposedly involved in helping him right now. So it's very confusing. She's the one who accused him of doing these things that got him put in jail. He says he didn't do it. And our understanding is that now she may have aided him in his escape. What should we know about this?
Well, let me just say this about the young lady. And, you know, I would not want to mention her name for the sake of her own privacy, and whatever you guys know, y'all know. But far as Antoine and his ex prior girlfriend, she's a very toxic woman herself. She was much younger than Antoine, okay?
Ooh, yeah, this is definitely the same auntie that we saw in the last video, cursing and yelling, and she sound like she got a mouthful to say about this woman. She said she is very toxic, which I definitely believe her. She is not telling any lies on that situation. The girl seemed like she is toxic as ever. So let's get back to what the auntie has to say about this specific young woman. But it sounds like she do not like her. So let's see what else you got to say.
Yes, I can say for myself that Antoine did take advantage of a situation because she was much older, but she was of age, okay? But the young lady herself, she does have mental illnesses herself, and I do pray she get the help that she needs. But when two toxic people come together, that's a disaster within itself, okay? Now, far as him and her getting into altercations, yes, that is true. But the far-fetchedness of these altercations, yes, it is a lie. Far as him raping her and beating her with a pot, pulling her hair out and stuff till she bleeds.
What? Man, this auntie right here is the one to interview because she gonna say it all, and she is very well spoken. So she's I didn't hear about the pot. I heard about the grave, but I didn't hear about the pot pulling her hair out. She made some very big accusations. When you make accusations that big, it doesn't matter if you take them back or not. The state will pick up those charges. And you can't say that somebody beat you with a pot, they raped you and pulled your hair out, and then just like, oh, you know what? Never mind on everything I said. It don't work that way, y'all. You can't make those type of allegations and just take them back whenever you feel like it. Because you're first of all, they ask you what happened, right? And they might even record you, and they're definitely getting pictures. So even if he did not do the crimes that he is even if he didn't do the crimes that she is saying, they have pictures. They got your statement when it first happened. They're gonna do some research on the situation as far as cell phone records, social media. Like they're gonna be looking. But she's making some big accusations on him. And when he said, "Why am I locked up?" Well, this is why. Because the girl you was messing with made some accusations on you that were too big for them to just let them go and let her recant her statement and that be it. She said a lot. And let me go back a little bit. Did the auntie say that the girl was older than him? I think. Okay, let me go back a little bit. This is crazy.
Does have mental illnesses herself, and I do pray she get the help that she needs. But
okay, let me go back a little bit more. I don't remember if she said she was older or younger.
That got him put in jail. He says he didn't do it. And our understanding is that now she may have aided him in his escape. Well, what should we know about this?
Well, let me just say this about the young lady. And, you know, I would not want to mention her name for the sake of her own privacy and whatever you guys know, y'all know. But far as Antoine and his ex prior girlfriend, she's a very toxic woman herself. She was much younger than Antoine, okay? Yes, I can say for myself that.
Okay, much younger than Antoine. She said much younger. I wonder how, because he doesn't look like he was born in 90. Hold on, he was born in 92. I was born in 93, and I'm 31. So he gotta be like 32, 33. When she says much younger, what are we talking about? 18? Barely. So y'all be careful out here who you mess with. So it's a younger woman, and she threw them charges on him and got him locked up again after he had just did a bid.
Antoine did take advantage of a situation because she was much older, but she was of age, okay? But the young lady herself, she does have mental illnesses herself, and I do pray she get the help that she needs. But when two toxic people come together, that's a disaster within itself, okay? Now, far as him and her getting into altercations, yes, that is true. But the far-fetchedness of these altercations, yes, it is a lie. Far as him raping her and beating her with a pot, pulling her hair out and stuff to.
So when she said that they got into altercations, what does that mean? They was fighting each other? Foodiegang, when your relationship gets to that level of you actually like physically fighting each other, really there is no turning back. You guys will never go to a situation where you're at peace. You're always gonna be fighting and beefing. So he was squabbling with this girl. It sounds like from what the auntie said about there being in altercations, but she is saying that the allegations that he's being accused of are far-fetched. But it does seem like they were squabbling, from what I gather.
She bleed. No, all those things are false allegations because this is what the young lady does. You know, they get into it, they fight. She sent him to jail. She binds him out. He get out. They fight. She sent him to jail. They bind and she binds him out. And now go figure. Allegedly, she done helped him in his escape. So
look, Anton is guilty of continuing to be doing what he's doing with this woman. If I'm talking to somebody and you send me to jail, we're done. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like, at what point are you gonna be done? And now, so they were kind of back and forth, and I've heard the toxic couples like this. It sounds like they got in a fight. He went to jail. She bonded him out, and they back. And now this time, though, the allegations that she made on him were so big and so crazy. They said, "No, we ain't locking. We're not letting him out." He probably had bail that was too high, or maybe he didn't have bail. But the allegations she made were so big that they were like, "You can't even come and take your statement back, and we believe you." And now she's arrested for helping him. Very, very weird toxicity, tit for tat, back and forth, y'all fighting each other. All of it's very bad. And this situation could have been avoided had he as the man that, you're having allegations being put on you and you're going to jail behind this woman, why are you still dealing with her? You know what I'm saying? Like, there are so many other people in the world, so many other women. And then from what the mugshots I've seen, I don't think she was looking all that good. I don't think she was looking bad, but I'm gonna have to go back and look at her mugshot again. Now that I know that's her.
You put two and two together. Yes.
Mm. Are you worried about how this ends for your nephew? Because, he was in there for one set of crimes, but now being a fugitive is something else. And when the authorities come upon him, you know how quickly things can escalate. What is your concern?
Well, our concern is, of course, for his safety, for him to turn himself in, and we can do this the proper way. We're not giving Antoine any type of excuses for whatever it is that he done himself and to himself to land him in here. But as of now, we just want to soften the hearts of the authorities so that he have a safe return back to prison so we can conduct this the right way. I have some very powerful people that is standing up for Antoine, some big people that, have wonderful community leadership and things like that, and also have dealt with some big names in the courtrooms. But we just want Antoine to trust us as his family, to know that we love him and have his best interests at heart so we can get him home safe. That's all we're looking for.
Thank you for watching.
So the auntie wants to get him home safely, which makes a lot of sense. I don't know, auntie. I don't know about. I get it. She wants him to go in with the pastor. I honestly don't know what the right answer is for him at this point in time, but it's looking crazy. And now the same woman who threw these allegations on him is now in jail herself and is facing time herself, which is absolutely insane. One of the things that nobody is really talking about is Derrick. Where is Derrick Groves at? We heard about Anton. We know he made the video. We know that his auntie's out here, talking and all that. Where are his Derrick Groves and where are his people? And Derrick Groves is the more violent offender. We ain't heard nothing about Derrick. We ain't seen no tip line. I feel like this Antoine Massey and Derrick Groves reward money should be different because Derrick Groves is a more violent offender. The money they should be offering for him should be $100K. Because catching Derrick Groves, in my opinion, is more beneficial because he has actual bodies on him. Now, Anton it sounds like he got something going on with a toxic woman. But Derrick seems like he would be the one that they're really trying to catch because he has such violent offenses on his, rap sheet. But they're not even talking about Derrick. They are stuck on Antoine Massey. And I think the reason why is because they really don't have anything on Derrick. Let's just keep it real here. They don't know where that man is. They don't know what he looking like right now. They probably don't got him on those surveillance video. Now, if something happens and one of them gets captured, we're gonna go live again. But as of now, they on the loose. And we're just not hearing nothing about Derrick at all. They are stuck on Antoine Massey, which makes a lot of sense. Antoine Massey has them out here looking like some goofies right now. They're looking crazy. And they have brought in the FBI, which honestly, the FBI should have been here. I don't know what took them so long. I don't know why everyone is moving so slow. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Okay, so earlier I asked Strip this question of if he had a GoFundMe, would you donate? This is another content creator who really goes into the subject of the GoFundMe, and he talks a little bit about Derrick Groves. I don't know why I keep saying Hoes. Derrick Groves. And he goes into that a little bit, and he talks about the GoFundMe. Well, I'm going to pull that video up, and we're going to play a little bit of it. Okay, so this is another content creator. Let me get this banner out the way, or this. Oh, it's the wrong button. Y'all almost hit the end stream button. Yeah, that's the wrong button. All the way the wrong button. Let me get this fair use up here. And so this content creator is asking the question, would you help Antoine Massey? GoFundMe and the law. Run, Massey, run. He actually states that in this video that he's glad they're on the run and he wants them to keep on running, which I thought was a very interesting perspective. I'll have to say, let's get into what he got to say.
Story, concerning the 11 inmates that escaped from the New Orleans jail. Today we're going to really be talking about Antoine Massey. Today, or was it yesterday, he went on Instagram, basically pleading his case. And of course, as you know, a bunch of YouTubers got on it, including myself, because I think that is something that we need to discuss. So I was reading through the comments on one of the YouTubers, YouTube blogs, and somebody was talking about doing a fundraiser for him on a GoFundMe page. And I thought about it. I said, that would be pretty stupid if they did that, because then everybody who contribute to the GoFundMe fundraiser for him, they would probably be, putting their own freedom at risk. So I didn't think that was a good idea. But the more I thought about it, I said, you know what? If it's in the benefit of him getting a lawyer, then maybe that may not be a bad idea. Me personally, in my opinion, I don't think he should turn himself in until he has fine legal representation, right? So his aunt was on.
Now, I do agree with that part. I feel like if he turns himself in without legal representation, it's going to be all bad. But at the same time, he did state in that particular video that I showed you guys in the beginning that he ain't got no money. So if he does get a lawyer, it'll most likely have to be paid from a private source or from the public. So, and whoever defends Antoine Massey, I do feel like this could be one of them jobs that could make you blow up later, just because the whole world is watching this case. So, but I wonder if most lawyers are not going to want to take his case, because it's kind of slam dunk. It's like, we're accusing you of fraud escaping. We're accusing you from escaping from jail, and you escaped from jail, got you on the camera. What else can you really say? Let's get back into what he's talking about.
YouTube, she's made some posts, some videos about him turning himself in, pleading with him to turn himself in, telling him to call Pastor Brown. Honestly, I don't think there's a damn thing Pastor Brown can really do now. That's just my opinion, right? I think Pastor Brown can act as an advocate in finding him a good lawyer. But if I was Antoine Massey, and this is just my opinion, I don't trust the legal system. I never did. I do have a law degree in paralegal, so I've been around the courtroom and I've been around different attorneys and judges. I don't really have full faith in the legal system myself, so ain't no telling what they'll probably try to do to Mr. Antoine Massey if he turned himself in. So, and to be honest with you, I don't think they're going to catch neither one of them. And I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for Derrick Grove. I'm rooting for Antoine Massey. But Antoine, if you see this, I don't know what you have going on, who you have helping you out. I don't know how you're moving. Keep that discreet. No more videos. But if you're reaching out to some of these guys, some of these rappers, if they by chance happen to help you, I will not turn myself in unless I have fine legal representation. I hope that the people that you called on, I hope they do come to your aid. Trump, you could probably forget Trump. Trump do stuff for notoriety and celebrities. I don't think Trump is going to help you like that. I just don't see it.
Now, I do agree with that part. Gotta be some money involved in it if you want Trump to help you. And Trump is still, he got a lot going on with that big, beautiful spending bill he's trying to pass. We talked about it last night. We were talking about food stamps. I think he's right. I agree with him on this part. Anton, Trump is not going to help you. If you turn yourself in, have a lawyer there with you. His aunt wants him to do it with the help of the pastor. But this is my thing. This situation needs a lawyer. Any situation involving court, the legal system, and jail, in my mind, needs a lawyer. Okay? Like, we get it. And how about the pastor be there and the lawyer? That's what he really needs. He needs somebody to pray for him, and then he needs somebody to fight for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you go in with just the pastor, I don't think this is going to end well for you.
You may have more luck with a GoFundMe page. I don't really think nobody wants to stick their neck out for you now. If there was a GoFundMe page that came out, I would definitely support you. I would definitely support Antoine Massey because I do think that he has a story to tell. I do think that, the system has a way of railroading people. Everybody in the system ain't guilty. And the court system takes a very long time, which if you got the facts, court system, if you got the facts and the evidence, let's speed up the situation. But I will not turn myself in unless I had fine legal representation. Your auntie, I salute her. I salute her for her care, her worries. But, sometimes people would put their burdens on you because they want you to do a certain thing to make them feel better. You got to do what God tells you to do. By the looks of it, looks like you're going to turn yourself in the way you've been talking. When you say you're going to do a lie detector and things like that, it looks like he's been ready to turn himself in. But I would just say to him, Antoine, don't turn yourself in without some legal representation. Now, Derrick Grove, on the other hand, I'm rooting for him all the way. Derrick Grove, run. I'm
surprised to hear that he was rooting for Derrick Groves and was encouraging him to run. I was like, that's a weird reaction. Because normally when you hear somebody's on the run from jail, you tell them to go back, turn yourself in, and they got 4 bodies. So I was very curious as to why he was rooting for him. But he is going to explain why he is rooting for him. And let me go ahead and play that. Let's get right into it.
Run, because what he has going on with his case is revenge. It's a matter of revenge. They unalived his grandmother. He took revenge, you know, and then they locked him up for it. If I had life in prison, ain't no telling what I would do, and ain't no telling what I won't do. I'm rooting for Derrick. Wherever you do, Derrick, if you're hearing this, study my thumbnail. You know, I mean, study my thumbnail.
He sounds like one of the people that would have aided and abetted and helped these criminals with clothes, shelter, food, and money. Like, he definitely sounds like he's one of those people that would aided and abetted. And yeah, I don't think I'm encouraging any criminal. I'm not sure what the answer is, but to have that answer to run, and he was actually encouraging them to continue to be on the run. I was like, what? But he's saying that he feels like Derrick Rose was just out for revenge for his grandmother. He didn't necessarily do anything wrong, but if that's the case, are we saying that it's okay for us to have family and whatever we do to them? You know what I'm saying? Like, if something happens to your family member and you go out, if your family member's unalived, right? And you go out and unalive that person, are we saying that it's now okay to get revenge? Like, you know, that's a tricky slope and tricky hill that to be on.
Man, you know, that's why I commend our ancestors like Harriet Tubman. They wasn't scared. You know, they always make it seem like black people was very docile back then. No, we had some fighters. You know, we had some fighters, you know, and these modern day police and bounty hunters, they ain't nothing but modern day slave catchers. And so with that being said, man, you know, I'm wishing the best for both of them. I hope they have a solid plan. Sounds like Antoine wants to turn himself in eventually. I think he's kind of being pressured by his family, but I hope y'all get that kid some fine legal representation. Please do that. Get him some fine legal representation. Don't just send him back there. Them people going to railroad him. Don't just tell him to turn himself back in. You know, it's sad to see that you have that much faith in the legal system for the people that's telling him to turn himself in. It's sad to see that you have so much faith in the legal system when they don't do shit for us, when it's time for us to get justice. What makes you think they're going to give Antoine Massey the right amount of justice?
Now, I do agree with that part. And then I also want to say he says Massey, but I think it's Massey. But I'm not, because I heard the auntie say, no, I think it's Massey. So he's saying you have so much trust in the legal system, but what do they do for us? And he kind of has a good point. Like, why are we trusting them so much when there's so many men in jail that, like Anton said, are innocent? I'm not understanding, like, they don't even question the trust. And it's like, when they capture him, they are going to treat him so badly for the rest of the time he's going to be in jail. Let's just keep it real here. Let's just be honest. But at the same time, by running, when you're in jail, I don't think running out the door is going to solve anything. If anything, it's going to make it worse. And now it is going to be harder to fight and prove he is innocent because we're seeing you do a lot of other things that making you look like a bad person.
Not saying that he didn't do anything that was against the law, but I think a life sentence is really unfortunate, and I think it's an overkill for what he's been charged for. Now, I tell you who really needs to be prosecuted to the fullest is those women that stole everybody food stamps, over $66 million worth of food stamps. Elisa Davis, I believe, one of them.
You know what is so crazy? And I have watched a little bit of this video, but I don't think I got to this part. What is so crazy about what he just said, and I'm gonna drop the link, is we were just up here talking about food stamps, talking about the $66 million. We were just up here literally last night, and we had NF on the panel, we had El Cheapo, and we have my real life sister. And this live stream did really great. I'm going to drop that link in the chat, but check out yesterday's live stream where we talked about food stamps. And he right. They stole $66 million. What, shouldn't they be facing 14 years for stealing that much? Oh, it's just nothing. The justice in this country is it's just really uneven, and it also depends on what state you go to and what state you're in at the time of your conviction. All of it matters, and it's just crazy. Like, somebody would do something and get barely any time, and then someone will do something else and get so much time. So I have heard he was charged with, or he had 14 years. And then I also hear people saying that he's facing life. So I'm not 100% sure on what he actually is facing, because I've heard a bunch of different answers. Here is the video from last night, or the live stream from last night, talking about food stamps. Women are losing their food stamps because of this. 66 million in SNAP fraud. $66 million. Crazy.
Allegedly is, I believe they did it. You know, I have some friends that's on food stamps, and they've been affected by it. So, and these people are part of the government, the same system that you want Antoine Massey. People want Antoine Massey to turn himself in. The same system got the biggest crooks in there. So, what I would say to Antoine and Derrick, run, homie, run. Please, run. Please. And a lot of YouTubers, once again, like they always do, putting their opinions out. Little do I hear any type of remedy. Rarely do I hear any type of suggestions or advice. But I'm trying to give my brother some advice. Right? I mean, if they catch Derrick Grove, worst come to worst, you're gonna go back to jail. I think he was already doing a life sentence. So I'll tell him, run, Derrick. Run. Can you get till your legs fall off? You know, I would really look into different places. When I say different places, just look up Assata Shakur, right? And for Antoine, man, just do it the right way, man. Just don't, you know, I know you're scared and you're nervous and it's rough being out there. I want you to move around. And I'm not aiding him. That's just my opinion. Freedom of speech, I can say what the hell I want. I don't live nowhere near New Orleans like that. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. I'm letting them know I don't want y'all to ever catch him. I hope you don't. I hope your technology frees up, break down, and malfunction.
He said, I hope it all break down, malfunction. So he didn't want them to get caught. This is an interesting perspective to me, because this is like, dang. Because most people are saying, like, turn yourself in, give up. You got to surrender peacefully. He said, keep on running. Keep on running. Don't stop.
That's what I hope, you know. So, and, you know, stop asking the public to, let y'all know if you're gonna pay the public by the hour, you're gonna give everybody, especially black folks. You probably really asking black folks if you figure that.
Yeah. See, okay. Y'all subscribe to this man YouTube channel, and I'm not even subscribed, but I am. Steve Penn Music. This video did 4.9K views. He got 770 subscribers. That is a great turnout. But this part is funny because he has a point. They're paying law enforcement by the hour. And y'all got all this technology, and you out here asking us to help you. What? And we're not even getting paid by the hour. And I bet you with that reward money, there's probably a catch in it. You know how you go to the grocery store and they say they got to sell, and then in the fine print, they be like, you got to buy 10 to qualify. That's probably what that tip money is. It's probably a whole bunch of terms and conditions on it. So he got a point. Stop asking you to us help you. And you really asking black people. Because you think that man, I don't think he hanging around anything but his people. Y'all saw how he looked. Y'all saw how he was talking. But you're really asking black people. This is part is funny. Let me go back a little bit and we're going to listen to the whole thing, and I'm not going to stop it.
We'll really look into different places. When I say different places, just look up Assata Shakur, right? And for Antoine, man, just do it the right way, man. Just don't, I know you're scared and you're nervous and it's rough being out there. I want you to move around. And I'm not aiding him. That's just my opinion. Freedom of speech, I can say what the hell I want. I don't live nowhere near New Orleans like that. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. I'm letting them know I don't want y'all to ever catch him. I hope you don't. I hope your technology frees up, break down, and malfunction. That's what I hope, So, and stop asking the public to, let y'all know if you're gonna pay the public by the hour, you're gonna give everybody, especially black folks. You probably really asking black folks if you figure that he's around black folks, right? You're gonna ask black folks to turn a brother in. Some of them may do it, like the Jesse Lee Peterson types, the sellouts and the coons will, but the real ones ain't. You're gonna pay them by the hour. We're gonna pay us by the hour to look out for Antoine Massey. Are you gonna give us our reparations? You know how to bring that up. Are you gonna bring us our reparations if we find him? Not saying that we will, but we're owed reparations. Matter of fact, what about all the things the U.S. government did to black folks? Isn't that how policing came about through slavery?
And talk about it. See, talk about it. This is why I like watching news and reactions on YouTube, because you really get to hear what people are really thinking. When you're on TV, you're watching CNN, Fox News, it's not the same. But he got a good point. He should stop asking black people. Are you gonna pay us by the hour? Y'all know y'all still owe us, right? Okay. You know what's so funny is they can't stand us, but they need us at the same time. They need us, and I think that we have gotten to a point where they just leave us alone now. They leave us alone. They know we're not going for nothing. We will be out here protesting in a heartbeat. Okay, whether that's physically or with your pocketbook. They have learned to leave black people alone. I feel, and he's absolutely right. Stop asking us to do this, do that. You still owe us. We're not doing nothing. Leave us alone. This ain't got nothing to do with us. This got something to do with y'all not doing your jobs.
Now you gotta escape slave. You want the ancestors of slaves to help the slave catcher catch a modern day slave. Get the fuck out of here. You crazy. Run, Antoine, run. Run, Derrick, run. Please. Be safe out there. Keep God first. My prayers to the Massey family. My prayers to the Grove family. My prayers to Black people on whole. And I don't know. You think that the NFAC might get involved with helping Massey? Do y'all think any of these rappers are gonna help them? I don't. If they do, my apologies, but I just don't think they are.
I agree with you on that. I don't feel like the rappers are gonna help him. Now if it was a woman, they probably would help the woman. But I don't think they're gonna help them. A lot of rappers probably feel like they're under attack right now anyway, with all the RICOs going on, all the arrests and everything that's going on. I don't think the rappers, and then also we gotta think. According to what everybody's saying, according to Fat Joe and a lot of people have been saying this, they be saying the rappers don't even got money like that. So, that may play a part too. But I don't think that they're gonna help him. Now, if it was a woman with a big old booty, they would help her. But that's not what Antoine Massey is. I don't think they're gonna help him. But like you say, if they do, I will come out here and say I am sorry. Because I talked about, you know what I'm saying? I will admit when I'm wrong. It's not that serious. Not that deep either.
I don't think they are. I don't think they give a shit. I think it's not them. They don't care about it. They don't care about what's going on with their fellow brother. I do. But I wish you guys, somebody in New Orleans, I wish you guys will, some of his loved ones, some of his close friends, start him a GoFundMe.
The only thing with GoFundMe, and I believe this happened with the dang, I cannot think of his name. It was like Anthony something, where the two young boys where they had the track meet, and one of them was unfortunately unalive. I heard that they had a GoFundMe to help the Carmelo Anthony get out of jail, or they not to get out of jail. They had a GoFundMe for him for his legal defense. I heard. No, I don't think it was him. It was okay. Remember that guy whose son had got gunned down by the police allegedly, and he went and mowed down another police officer. Well, he had a GoFundMe, and I heard that GoFundMe was actually shut down because they said that we do not help criminals or we don't support criminals. So I'm curious to see if Antoine Massey had a GoFundMe, would they try to shut it down? Because in their words, it's helping a criminal. So I'm curious to see how working it out, seeing well, they might have to put the GoFundMe in somebody else's name then, but then you can't garner public sympathy like what they have done. So I'm curious to see how this whole situation is going to play out. We are going to do an intermission really quick, and I'm going to play you guys the Foodiegang infomercial. And after this message, we will reconvene and we will talk some more. welcome back, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to my kitchen. Thank you all so much for being here. And if you made it to this step, I'm going to explain to you exactly what is going on. So, I have my new membership program. I am launching my membership program, and there are 3 different tiers: Foodie, The Gang, and Certified Foodie Gang. I am going to explain to you about each tier and also the instructions, and all the information is down below so you can check it out. So we are just going to start with the first tier, which is the Foodie, and it is going to be $2.99. You are going to get loyalty badges next to your name to let everybody know how long you have been a foodie. You will also have emojis to use in the chat that are designed by me, and I cannot wait until you guys see them and check them out. You're also going to have member only live chats, priority reply to comments. So that is the first tier. The second tier, which is the gang, will have all of the previous perks that we talked about, plus early access to new videos, member shout outs, photo and status updates, and members only live stream, plus the perks that we mentioned previously. Now, moving right along. Now we're on to the third tier, Certified Foodie Gang. The third tier is going to have all of the previous perks from the first and the second tier, plus the third tier, which includes connecting on social media, members only cooking videos, member only shorts. This third tier is $19.99. So we have $2.99, $6.99 for the gang, $19.99 for the third tier. At any point in time, you can cancel, you can upgrade or downgrade depending on what you do, Foodie Gang. But the choice is really yours, and the flexibility is yours. I encourage you guys to join my membership program and go along on this journey with me at 907 Goodies, so that you never miss a meal, a recipe, or a live stream going forward. So join the membership program, read all about it, and like I said, you can cancel at any point in time. But if you want to continue to cook with me and receive my recipes, become a member, join the membership program. And I am so excited for all of my Foodie Gang members to continue to enjoy my great content. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the membership or in the program. Thank you guys all for tuning in, Foodie Gang. Thank you guys so much for continued support of my channel and my cooking. Now, with all that being said, let's get started. Hey, Foodie Gang, hey, Foodie Gang, hey, Foodie Gang, hey, Foodie Gang. Welcome back, welcome back. Okay, we were just taking the intermission. I got a little more time. And shout out to the lady. She snuck up in here when we was gone. She said, hey, good morning, brother. I think Chef closing down. That's why she's not in the chat. Hope you have a good day, bro. You know what? Shout out to the Foodie Gang, because y'all be on my top. When I be in the kitchen, lady be like, don't you be eating late at night. But shout out to Lady. Lady, we love you. But no, I had to run to the bathroom, y'all. I'm trying to think, is there anything that I missed with the Antoine Massey situation? And y'all, where the heck is Derrick at? But shout out to the lady. She said, Foodie gang, gang, gang. Full time. I can't even. The most I can do is three. I can do three good games. But when we get to four, voice start going out and all that stuff. So, make sure you check out last night's episode where we were talking about food stamps. We had a bunch of people on the panel. We had a really, really great show. But during this episode, we are talking about Antoine Massey. He had videos that came out on IG Live that in those videos he, claimed his innocence. And when we did that live stream, we talked about it. Since then, which is 2 days ago, it's crazy because this whole story sounds like it was over a period of time, but it really wasn't. And everything is very, very recent. So after that video, right, they were able to track down his location. And they also are alleging that a couple of the family members reported the location. So the police raided it, right? When they raided the location, Antoine Massey was nowhere to be found. And all they found was the clothes that he was wearing during the video. And the location was 3 miles from the jail. Somebody said in the comment section, he should have wrote too easy on the clothes. Like, remember how they wrote too easy on the wall? They said he should have wrote too easy on the clothes. I thought that was hilarious. Let me look here and see if I have any more videos that I want. I do want to find that one video where it was talking to the neighbors. There was a video where they were actually talking to the neighbors. Let me look around and let me pull up that video because they were actually they had talked to an electrician and a neighbor that was around, and it makes me so mad because I thought I saved that video. I'm gonna find it. But would you help Anton Massey on a GoFundMe? I think I might give $1 or two, but I don't. I feel like though if I support his cause, I need to support somebody with a really, really positive cause. And I've been checking the news to make sure, like, as soon as they catch them, we know. Because I don't want to be reporting on something and it's like, oh, outdated, you know what I'm saying? But I am going to find that video where they were talking to the neighbors. And then Antoine Massey had some really big claims. He is saying that he was let out. He did not escape. He did not walk out. They let him out. So let me look this video up because I know I seen it and all that stuff. In the meantime, y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out last night's episode. Yeah, but he was 3 miles from the jail. What I think happened is that he may have filmed that video right after he escaped out of jail. I think he filmed it, but he didn't release it until recently. And I know one thing, he playing games with them. He is playing games with them. Hmm. Let's see what Okay, this is law and crime here. I'm gonna see if I can find that video. I feel like we might have already seen this one. Let me just look for it. But yes, y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Always forget to click this button. There's a way where you can have people's comments. But y'all, let me tell y'all something. My live streaming is so basic compared to some of the other live streamers. And like they be having the soundboard, they be having like transition screens, y'all. My live stream is so basic. But I love that y'all love it. So you know what I'm saying? Okay, I cannot find that video that I saved. So I'm gonna look it up. But it was a video and there was a girl who lived in the same neighborhood. Um who lived in the same neighborhood of the home that was featured in his video. Oh, and then there's also this video where the aunt responded to the Instagram because the first video I showed you guys with the aunt, like cussing, yelling, and screaming, that video came out before this recent video came out. So I'm going to show y'all that too. Okay, I think I found the video too with the girls, where the girl was talking. I think this is it. Okay, so I'm gonna put these in my playlist and I'm gonna bring these up on the screen. Y'all, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. We got it, we got it, we got it. Let's go back here. Okay, so let me pull this up. I believe this is the video where the people from the neighborhood are actually reacting to the house being raided. And if it's not, we're gonna keep looking. Don't even worry, don't even worry. So let me change some things around here. Okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, New Orleans escapee Antoine Massey's video post draws backlash from authorities. Of course, they had nothing good to say. They got played. And then later, I was asleep. Did they capture Buddy Massey? No, they still have not captured him, lady. They went to the location where they feel like the video was filmed. A couple of the family members also told them, hey, it's this location. They went there, right, lady? The location is 3 miles from the jail, so it's very, very close. When they went there, all they found was the clothes and the shoes that he had on during this video. So now we feel like maybe he filmed this right after he escaped out of jail and then, but just released it. One thing for sure is he is playing tricks with the police, and they about to be mad. Thank you so much, Denali said, I just subscribed to your channel. Great channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We be hooking. We be doing our time for tea. We be doing interviews, collaborations. We do so much over here on 907 Goodies. But yes, he is definitely playing tricks with the police. And he got them looking like fools right now. And they look so defeated when they come out and do their press conferences. They gotta be embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? And I think the FBI is in on this now too. And they said how they find that spot? They could tell where it was. A couple of the family members reported it. I don't know if the family members are really working with Antoine Massey and they're playing these games with the police too, or it does sound like the family really wants him to like surrender himself. So it sounds like the family told it. From what I gathered, if the family told it, I don't know if they're playing on it, if they're on his side or if they're against him. Because what if he's like, what if they're telling the police these tips, knowing that it's after the fact, so that the police can look crazy, or do they really want him to turn himself in? I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know. And okay, so lady said they wanted him to turn himself in. We're also going to hear from the aunt. We heard from her before, but her video came out before his video came out. But now she has another video that she posted after his videos came out. And we know it's the same aunt because that aunt be yelling. That aunt do be yelling. Good question, Nally. Do you think Trump would pardon both of these individuals? I don't think Trump can because I think that they have state charges. And even if they had federal charges, I would say no because they're not rich. Let's be real here. Has Trump maybe I need to do some more research and some more digging, but has Trump pardoned anybody that's like a regular person that ain't got no money? Or was everybody a celebrity that he pardoned? Or they have some type of notoriety? But these are just straight up criminals. Or they look like straight up criminals allegedly. And they have state charges. Pardons are only they did not say who owned the house. That's one thing that they didn't say. They didn't say who owned the house, Toya. They did say that the family members told it though. But Antoine Massey was long gone. All they found in his clothes and them snow boots that he had on. This man is a whole genie, okay? He is playing with the police, and right now he winning. And they're gonna say, they're gonna say, we want to end this game of hide and seek. Yeah, because you're losing. You haven't even found nobody. You haven't even seeked nobody out. You ain't even like, when you're playing with your kid, and it's like they find you, you find them, and y'all playing the game. Bro, this really ain't even a game because y'all losing. But I don't think Trump's gonna pardon them. If he could, I don't think he would. And yes, Denali, Trump does pardon people of color. Trump has pardoned Kodak Black. He recently pardoned Larry Hoover, and we reported on that recently. And he also pardoned NBA YoungBoy. He does pardon people of color. But everybody pardoned is rich. And from what I've seen, I may have to do some more research. But I don't think he's gonna pardon them, and they're criminals. They have violent crimes. That's what I would say. Larry Hoover did have a violent crime, but he did serve 50 years. You know what I'm saying? Like these people breaking out. I don't know. I don't think so. Now said the rumor is that it was his sister's house where the video was done. Is that true? I have not seen them name whose house it was. They did say, however, though, that the family members did recognize the house. They recognized the house and they told it. I don't know who the house belonged to, but I know I want to know. I want to know. Let's get into this video and let's see I believe this is the video with people from the neighborhood, but we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. Here we go.
Orleans Parish jail escapee posts a video online, which a Fox 8 source says was filmed at a New Orleans home. As of tonight, Antoine Massey remains on the run. Good evening once again. I'm John Snell.
And I'm Meg Gatto. Police raided the 7th Ward home where Massey allegedly claimed his innocence on social media.
As Andres Fuentes reports, the video is receiving backlash from state police and the governor.
On the corner of Agriculture and Republic Streets, law enforcement officers raided a home where they believed Antoine Massey filmed a series of videos after he and 9 other inmates escaped from the New Orleans jail almost 3 weeks ago.
I didn't break out. I was let out. My name is Antoine Massey.
A source tells Fox 8 that tips about the home came from relatives who recognized the background after the videos went viral on Instagram.
Obviously, that did not prevail.
So y'all heard it. The tips came from family members who recognized the background. So what Denali said could be true. Maybe it was a sister's house, so they recognized it. And lady said, Ninja, he had his plan, laugh loud. He didn't just get loose, he had a plan. Yeah, those other people, the 8 people, they didn't have a plan. But Derrick and Antoine, they had a plan, okay? They knew, and then everyone keeps saying they're gonna run out of money. I don't think so. It don't look like it, but I could be wrong. And lady said, yeah, they will snitch to get him caught. Okay, so people are alleging that they told it because they knew he wasn't there. I've also heard they told on him because they want the money. It also sounds like the honest saying they telling on him because they want him to turn himself in. We will never really know the truth, but what if the family told it because they knew he wasn't there? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but 50K on your head. I don't know, man. Yes, they just left. That's why I feel like, I know Anton said he was let out, and maybe he was, but that don't mean he didn't ask. Maybe he asked and they let him out. Him and Derrick Rose had a plan, and I wonder if they're together now. And how could somebody with 3 big old face tattoos break out of jail and just be roaming around free? This is crazy. And okay, so this is law enforcement. You know how they always do a press conference when something happened? They look at their faces. They look so defeated. I want y'all to watch their body mannerisms and just look at the sadness in their heart. They look so foolish. They look goofy. And this is why the aunt also said that her son is in the same prison as Anton. Now they are locking it down. They are not playing. And she also said that now they finally have the right amount of guards that they should have had from the get-go. If y'all want me to, I can replay the Chris Como. She went on there a day ago and she was talking, not very vocal. You so funny. His mom begs for him to turn himself in too. Yes, his mom just did a 14-year bid and got out in 2024. Felons cannot be around felons. So I don't know if she's been able to see him or what, but that is just so unfortunate. All that's going on.
To be a lead that he was there.
Agents did not find Massey in the raid, but according to the Associated Press, they did find clothes that match the ones that he wore in the video, where he spoke about how he believed he was innocent of rape, kidnapping, and other charges that he was locked up for.
I'm letting y'all know I'm not a raper, man. I'm not none of that.
Both Governor Jeff Landry and state police argue while his charges still had to play out in the legal system, Massey now has evidence against him for breaking out of jail.
There's no doubt he's certainly not innocent for escaping out of jail. Okay? And let's just start with that.
Everyone has the opportunity to go to court and to have their day, but you can't do it when you leave from being incarcerated and then now you escape.
As for Massey's videos, the Instagram account that originally posted them no longer has any posts on its profile. Meta has not confirmed if that user deleted the videos or if there's an ongoing investigation into the account.
If they were truly interested in helping us, they would have probably sided with the reward money instead of posting something on an online platform.
Why do you, and like the guy in the last video said, why do you feel like we all need help, y'all? Y'all are paid by the hour. Why do we need to help y'all? Like, I don't, why, look, the public shouldn't even be involved in this because he should still be in your guys' custody. Y'all let him out or he escaped, or I don't know what was going on, but it is not all of our responsibility to help you guys do your jobs after you have failed to do so. Oh, hey, girl. We got lady in the building.
Hey.
We got lady in the building. Girl, what's up? What you doing over there, too? Lady, I love when you came up here because you never came up on other channels. So I feel so special.
Yeah. I used to, but I always keep my hair done. So, but now my hair is done. But anyway, this is sad because what would you do for your loved one? Would you help them and then play the game with the cops? Like you got him in that place, he stayed the night, he had time, and then he was like, then turn me in and tell them where I'm at. Play the game so they don't get caught up for helping, for aiding and abetting or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or would you snitch on them and get the $50K or whatever because you need the money for the bills and he needs to turn himself in? Well, it's only two options. What would you do as a family member?
So Drip was up here earlier and we kind of discussed this. This is how I feel. It depends on what the crime is. And it depends on how that person is acting. If you're acting unstable, you're talking crazy, you're on drugs, you're walking around with a weapon, and you're finna go harm other people, I have to turn you in for the sake of, being a good person. Now, if you did something very minor, like you crashed into a wall or something, then that's different.
Yeah.
But I would say it would depend on their situation and how they're acting. If I know that you're about to go commit a crime, like unalive a bunch of people, as a child of God, I feel like I need telling you, or you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, lady, if I would tell on Anton, Derrick grows with 4 bodies. Yeah, I'm telling on you. Yeah, you gotta go. You done did too much. And I don't trust you. If you're out here unaliving a bunch of people, I really don't trust you like that. Yes, lady, we can definitely hear you.
I don't think you heard. Oh, you just wanted to keep going. I was trying to stop you to save your energy and tell you to go off by the auntie, what she said, but you just kept going, so you messed it up. So never mind.
Okay.
So
No, say what you gotta say, lady.
No, you told us how you felt all the way. And I was like, what would you do for your loved one? You just went off. And I was just like, go by what an auntie.
I thought you were asking me a question.
I did. But then I was trying to tell you, go that. She was like, he's not that bad. They're going to say some stuff. But was he in there for murder?
Antoine Massey was in there for domestic abuse and strangulation, but Derrick Groves was in there for murder. Yes.
That's back up. Tell on him. I love my family members. But I would tell them deeply, if you're in trouble, don't come to me. Don't run to my house. Please don't run to my house. Because if you get caught and it's my fault, you can't get mad at me. Because I'm not going to risk my freedom for you. Because I love you. I'm doing this because I love you. Will I snitch? I don't know exactly. It depends on what you're doing, like you said. But if you in there and you need to be in there, oh yeah, I'm gonna give out some hints. But I probably ain't gonna say everything. And I tell somebody and they can say I don't know. I really don't know. I'm keeping it real, I'm being honest. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just something you definitely gotta pray on.
But if you out here just murdering people, you trigger happy, oh yeah, I'm getting that 50K for you. Sorry, yo ass.
Yeah, I would. It definitely depends.
Yeah, because I won't want nobody to murder anybody in my family, and they go free. I want justice be served. Let
Oh
him.
my bad.
So why would I want
Yeah.
my murderous cousin or brother to be free when I know he needs to be in there for justice over somebody else's? What if he took somebody else's child away? And as a mother should never, you know, do that for her child. My mom, she would snitch on me. I'm going straight up. She gonna pray for me and with me, probably, but until they get there, but she gonna call them, let them know she here. My mama, she 83, she will snitch, so I know not to go to her house. But he did have a plan. You could, he's the longest one out. Everybody got out stupidly. Some of them went, and where they go get some cat. They went to go get some cat, or they went to go see their mom, knowing that's the only place that they gonna get caught up at. Why would you go back there first? You putting them in risk, because if they catch you there, they gonna love one for aiding and abetting. So
And
why,
they did.
so why did you go there, dumb nut? So you did that, and your dumb ass let them in because you was shocked, like, oh my god. Then you seen the news. This on the news, and you at my house. So what are you gonna do? Keep them in the back until they knock on your door? And they gave you warnings. If you are helping them, you will be. That's a felony. You will be locked up. So they did warn the family and the loved ones. They told them, if you help these inmates, you will get in trouble. If you give them clothes, anything, food, you will go to jail because you didn't tell us that you're doing that, and we can't pick them up. And
And they did do that. They locked them up.
I know, and now they looking stupid, wishing they should could have woulda, hoping that they got a place when they go back out, the one they let him come into. They hoping they still got that place when they get out free. How long you think they gonna keep him in there for aiding and abetting?
They said up to 5 years, and their bond is so outrageous. One of them is 2.5 mil. One of them for the janitor or for the maintenance worker is 1.1 mil. Even if you have to pay 10% of that, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
They want them to do every day of that sentence, every day. They don't want them to get out.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy, lady? They have more accomplices locked up than they do actual inmates.
Yeah, because they have to do the work, going to go get them, then lies. They don't want to do all that, so they was like, "I'm gonna lock your ass up." Then this how you want to play? You gonna do it? Help you out. We gonna here 2 to 5. 5. Yeah, you should already know that aiding and abetting was gonna get you caught up if you get caught. If he got caught at your house, you're going to jail with him. If you say he's not there and they come in and he's in your house, you really get in trouble. You getting longer. But if you say he's in there and I didn't let him in, I wouldn't even let him in. I'm like, you can't be here. My kids is here, or my family's here. I'm here. My piece is here. You can't be here. You got in trouble. You ran out. You should have had a plan. He
And
didn't.
it shouldn't have been me.
So go find you a plan. You should have. You didn't even call me until way over here. So that's another mess. I ain't even ready for you. So I ain't got to be thinking like, well, I'm gonna take you. All that. I ain't got no gas. You gotta go.
Honestly, lady, if they knocked on my door and I opened the door, I would close the door and lock it. I don't even want to stand here and talk to you for too long.
First of all, if it was late, right when they left, right, then they leave the jail late.
Mhm.
So if you knocking on my door,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, who is it? And you tell me who it. I gotta say who, especially if I know my loved one just left the jail. I get a door. I'm not finna open the door. I'm looking through the people. If I see you and I see your face, you saw me. I just want to make sure. Say your name. Oh, you can come in here, bro. I love you. You can go in the back, and I can tell them that I didn't know you was back there, but you can't come to my house.
Especially if you're convicted of unaliving somebody. I get people love their family members and they believe that they're innocent. Even if you are or not and you got in charge, I don't want to find out.
We do got to get on praise though, because we were worried what was gonna happen if they got pressure getting caught up. Will they take somebody hostage? Remember we talked about that. Were they getting
Yeah.
hostage if they was in public and got caught up? Thank God they got caught up in a private area, so they didn't have to do that. And they weren't gonna take
Yes.
for kidnap or ransom or whatever. They ain't gonna. That's stupid. These are stupid criminals.
Yes. But I feel like the ones that are left are kind of got some sense. Where is Derrick Rose at, lady?
I thought they called him. I thought it was only one missing left.
No, it's two. Derrick Rose is convicted of 4 bodies,
Yeah, I hope they
and
kept.
Antoine Massey is on loose too.
I hope they capture him before they capture Massey, because he's more dangerous and of alert than Massey is. But they need to catch both of them. But I hope they catch him first. So just what if? Because if he unaliving people, what if he do somebody else while he's out? Because he ain't got nothing else to lose. I think, to me, if he ain't underground, this dude left. He left the area. He
I was
was
kind
probably.
of wondering that.
He's,
Are they underground?
he probably is either he underground if he a real ninja, or he left the area. If you still in the area, you're gonna get caught up. I don't think Massey in the same area. I think he bounced around in the beginning, got himself together, then left somewhere else. He probably in another state if he in another country, because they didn't have no money.
Well,
And
that's what we think.
Derrick Rose, I'm just thinking. I'm just saying. I'm saying you're an inmate. You ain't got no money, so I'm thinking like that, right?
Okay.
Probably on it. And if they do got money or got help when they got out, we don't know who they talk to, because people get phones in there. He could have got on somebody they don't even know, have nobody on the list of who to talk to, and for that they probably gave him some money. He probably got loose. If he ain't calling,
No, but this is a crazy story.
it is.
Right, lady? Have you ever seen this in your lifetime?
Nope, nope. We seen prisoners escape, but not like this. Not team, and with different genres of their they backgrounds. We had different types of people missing, and the stupid ones that didn't murder nobody, they went to go get some cat and got caught up. They just wanted to get out and get some.
It's a one time for the one time. I honestly thought Anton Massey and Derrick Rose will be captured by now. I'm surprised we're about to hit a month.
Yeah,
We're
they
finna
have.
hit.
They have.
I think we're already at 3 weeks, but we're finna hit a month. That's crazy.
They left with a plan, and if
Definitely.
they have a plan, They waited until they got out that one day, and it took them one day just to come up with a plan. You see it. You could tell because they didn't get caught yet.
Yeah, and so when he says I was let out, he may have been let out, but that does that mean he didn't ask to be let out? Right? From like, and then his story is like, we hear you, bro, but we see how you're moving. You've been planning this for a minute, we think.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, it looked like he had a plan. That's all I can say. Because how he's moving, you could tell he had a plan.
Yeah, so it's like, how believable is that story of they just let me out? I had nothing to do with it. It's like when you about to be on a month of going free. You've been planning this for a minute. Ain't no way.
It's 10 guys. I don't believe all 10 of them came up with that plan to say, oh, da-da-da-da-da-da. When they seen there was a way out, the ones that was brave enough left. I believe that. So that could be true. That's a 50-50. It's not that they let him out. He escaped because it was a hole. They didn't let you out because if they let you out, you would have went out the front door. You got to talk to him like a child. Like, nah, fool, they didn't let you out. You let yourself out. If they let you out, you would have went out the door.
Yeah. But this is the auntie reacting to Anton's video.
I don't want to hear her. She needs to go sit her ass down. She's stupid.
You said you don't want to hear her? You think she's dumb? Why do you think that, lady?
Because she's taking up for him, knowing that he needs to turn himself in. Of course, that's like a mom saying, my child ain't never did that. My child will never do that. They are a good kid. So why you doing that? Ma'am, ain't nobody doing nothing to him but telling him to turn himself in and do the right thing, because that's the right thing. He's in jail. He got out. He's in jail. He needs to go back. That's all we tell him to do. Turn himself in to make it easier. We don't have to give him no what's the name got because he got what let out. Quotes. You seen that? You gotta do the right thing. I'm gonna be real, 100.
Yeah, I hear you. But in this video, she's just yelling, and she always be yelling. Do you have auntie like this that always yelling?
If I did, I wouldn't. She be talking to herself. I like peace. I don't need that.
But she wants him to surrender himself with the help of the pastor. And I forgot the pastor's name. She says that the pastor has already kind of been done this before with other high profile names. Do you think that Anton should turn himself in? And if he should, who should he do it with? A lawyer, a pastor, or by himself?
His lawyer. What the pastor gonna do? Pray for him? Lay hands on him?
That lady, that's what I was saying. But I want to hear what you think. 'Cause I know you be praying, you believe in the Bible and everything.
Yeah, but I also keep it real. The lawyer can do a lot more than the pastor can. The pastor can't even go in there to turn him in. He only go to a certain limit. He stay there, then they take him. The lawyer can go in there with him. You see where I'm going?
Yeah.
Hey, Blaze, what's your self?
Blaze think I'm hiding Antoine Massey in my house and giving him his plates.
I'm jealous. Nobody Blaze.
No, I don't think Anton made it up to Alaska. He ain't had that much time. He can't get on the flights.
Well, if he did,
you said what?
your doors and hide your grill. Look, hide your life, hide your grill, hide your life.
Yeah. Do you remember that video with that man? Oh my god, that was so funny to me.
He was like, Funny self. He's so crazy.
And this is Toya. She said, laughing like, yes. Blaze said, you ain't gonna get me out of place, so I'm about to call the police on you.
Oh, you don't be laughing
That
because
on
you
me?
ask her too, boo. You can't run. Lock your door. Because they will find, look, he's gonna get you. Nanny, nanny, boo, boo. Let me stop.
But I'm surprised that he's been running for this long, lady. Like,
he's tired too. You could tell.
Oh,
he's tired. And I ain't talking about tired of moving around. He's tired of this shit. He's tired. He wanted to end. You could tell. Toy, what you doing? Why you enjoying us?
Imagine being on the run. You can't go to nobody's house. The toy is working. You
I
can't
know.
go to nobody's house. Everyone associated with you is getting arrested. They're looking for you. You can't go on a plane. Like, that's just no way to live.
Hey,
Now, Derrick, that's
can
a different story.
your auntie calling you? Someone like, yeah, girl, I'm about to go to jail. They talking about aiding and abetting. And then the next one be like, oh, hell no. You better not come to my house. My sister just called me talking about she going to jail for aiding and abetting. He better not bring his ass over here. Warning. That's a warning. Don't let him in or you going to jail.
Look, don't come over. Don't come to my house. If something is going on, don't come to my house at all, especially with nothing like this. Don't even come to my house. Okay, so lady
Hey,
said she don't want to hear the auntie.
hey,
So,
hey. But if you better go and you see him, you better play that shit off and be nice. Say, I cook for you. You better play
look,
nice.
I ain't gotta play nothing now because I ain't gonna see him. I'm up in Alaska. You guys are more likely to see him.
No, I'm saying,
Y'all down there in the Lord.
no, Blaze said that he's out there, and I believe him.
All right, I guess I ain't gonna be able to go live no more.
So you keep the lights ready, girl.
You said what?
So you better get her taser ready. I ain't worried about Keeks. Keeks will fight him.
Oh, Kiki about to alive. She about to alive.
She'll fight him, and he'll have a gun. She'll be like, I don't care.
You know Kiki, but she is like that. She gonna ride.
I don't care.
She don't care. Toy laughing. She know it's true.
You want to mess? Come on, you want to mess with my face? Show nothing. I can see it now, Keeks. No, we gotta get Keeks some pepper spray or something. And no fighting. Just spray this. I'm gonna kick him in the groin. No, Keeks, don't do that. Cause you might miss and hit him on the side.
Look, Kiki was up here last night. She was up here for a minute too.
I know. I
She
seen
had me rolling.
her. I almost said something, but I was sick.
I'm glad Are you feeling better today?
Yeah, I'm just a little sore in my stomach, light pain.
Well, thank you so much, lady, for coming up, and we hope that you feel better. Y'all gotta get up out of here. I gotta go
I'm
do my
al-
mommy duties.
I'm always feeling better, baby. You already know that. MS can't hold me down. God got me. You feel me? Fibromyalgia.
Amen.
God got me. I got you. I love you, and I'm about to get down. You do your closing and outro, and even though you won't say it 4 times because it's already pre-ordered, I forget it. Every time I hear you say it 3 times, I add your extra.
Ray, how you gonna change my saying?
This is our shit now.
This, lady's one of the top moderators. She be giving her opinion on this channel. She is part of this channel, and only lady can do this.
Eddie.
Lady, because oh, your nails are good.
Oh
I
wait.
need to get my feet done. I need to get my feet done.
I don't do the I don't take off a flight with the eyelashes because I can't do this all that. I want to see.
Some of these eyelashes be huge.
Yeah,
Like the ones I wear are like normal, but to some people they be having long ones. I'm like, I know that hurt.
Why they gotta have fur though to it? I didn't know eyelashes have fur.
They have ones with fur,
Girl, and some jewels with butterflies.
I seen the ones with jewels. And I'm like,
Hey,
I've seen that on I think I was watching Kendra G, and one of the girls that came up there had jewels on her eyelashes.
Hold on, somebody's at my door. Hold on.
But she had jewels on her eyelashes. So I've seen that. Hey, hello, my nigga. We are on our way out, but thank you so much for coming through. I hope y'all catch the replay. I am sure we will be having more topics about the inmates. What I'll do next time is I'll go live later on because the last two ones about the inmates have been early. We'll go live later on so that more of y'all can, be around. But check out yesterday's episode where we talked about food stamps. It was really, really good. My final thoughts are I know the police is mad. I know they're mad. Anton, you got the whole world shocked, amazed, and some of us are mad. But Anton, this is like a real life movie that's playing out. I pray for your safety and also for your family's safety and for your children. He mentioned in one of his videos that he has an 18-year-old and like a 3-year-old. This has to be very scary for them. Seeing their father be on the run like this. So I hope that, praying for peace for the children because they are going to have to live with this. They are not going to have a father. You know what I'm saying? Like, pray for the children and everyone's safety. And shout out to the auntie. The auntie has been very vocal. Next time we'll come up, I'm sure we'll have more clips from the auntie. And where the heck is Derrick Groves at? Y'all need to stop focusing so much on Antoine Massey because Derrick Groves is the more violent offender. But in my opinion, the reason why we don't hear about Derrick is because they have no idea where he is. No idea. We don't even see it. Where's the family from Derrick Groves? Everybody quiet about Derrick. We haven't seen no mom, or I have to look into it, but I haven't seen anyone from Derrick's side of the family even speak out. The same way we're seeing Antoine Massey's mom and auntie speaking out, friends and family. Where is Derrick Groves' people at? Where is Derrick Groves? I feel like we need to shift the focus from Anton to Derrick because Derrick is the more violent offender.
Yeah.
Those are my final thoughts. What you think, lady? What your final thoughts is?
About my in-law was my mother-in-law came to the door. But anyways, I think they both need to be caught because they both belong in jail. They escapees. But yeah, the one who was a murderer, I hope they get him first because I just don't want nobody else to be in a crossfire with his shenanigans. That's it. And I'm done. And I drop down. You can do your outro.
Okay. All right. Oh my goodness, we got F and M in the building. The next time I report on this story, I'm gonna go a little later on in the day and see if that makes a difference. So my day ones I've been following this story can really tap in with me. Y'all, F and M, Antoine Massey, shout out lady. Thank you so much for coming up. Antoine Massey was 3 miles from the jail when he filmed that video. And when they found the residence because his family told or gave tips. When they went there, all they found was his jumpsuit or his little outfit and his shoes. Antoine Massey is still on the run. And so is Derrick Groves. We don't even hear about Derrick. I'm gonna have to look into it and see if there's any of the family even speaking or anything. But where is Derrick? Where is Derrick? Okay. But like Lady said, catch both of them. Yes, F&M is some crazy stuff. Okay, y'all. I don't know if I'm gonna go live again today. If I do, I will make dinner. And we will be back doing time for tea tomorrow. I'm not sure what the subject is gonna be, but we are gonna be doing time for tea tomorrow. I will get that video uploaded very, very soon. Um, Y'all, when they catch them, just know this. I'm gonna be right here to tell y'all about it. But 3 miles from the jail, he was nowhere to be found. All they found was the outfit. He playing games. But where is Derrick at? That's what I really want to know. Do y'all think Derrick is underground? Oh, okay, lady. What I think I'm gonna make, I have some turkey tenderloin and some broccoli. So I think I'm gonna make that. But don't quote me on that, but I might see y'all later on the day. If not, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Yes, and they have been having problems with that jail. The auntie said now that they escaped, they're not playing with the rest of the inmates. Her son is in that same jail. And they have the right amount of guards that they should have from the beginning. But bottom line is law enforcement is looking like some fools. Antoine Massey is a celebrity now, and he got the public on his side. And they root for him to get away and stay away. Derrick, I don't know where Derrick is. He might be underground. I'm gonna see if if there's any of the family even speaking out. Like, what the heck? Yeah. And Illuminator said 12 years, and lady always give me a hard time. She said, at least you cooking. Hell, look, I cooked yesterday. Y'all gonna stop doing this to me. Y'all act like I don't never cook. I cooked yesterday. It is literally 11 a.m. where I'm at. What are y'all talking about? You guys have had a cooking video within the last 24 hours. Okay? But we gonna talk about these inmates. I don't know that. And Lady said, should nobody with a high level criminal record don't need to be there? It's not safe and secure enough. It's a business office. I agree with you on that. I'm kind of curious as to why they didn't just close the jail down, because they have been having a lot of issues with that jail already. And so all they did was they got more guards, according to the auntie. But I don't know. I think Anton, the feds need to come in on this one. I think the FBI has joined the search for him, joined the manhunt. But they need to investigate that jail. I think we have another Rice Street, which is the jail in Atlanta, that has a lot of complaints, inhumane. We're talking about rodents, and people are getting on a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on with Rice Street. This might be Rice Street 2.0. It's not with the jails. And if y'all look, my final thought also, stop throwing people in jail if you can't watch them. Then, if you only have a certain amount of guards, well, watch the people like Derrick Groves with violent crimes. And I don't know if this is true or not, I'm gonna have to look into this. I've heard the body that Derrick Groves has on him were because he was seeking revenge for his grandmother, which is still not okay. That's not how you do it. But that's what I heard. I'm gonna have to look into that. But shout out to the Foodiegang. Thank y'all all so much for coming through. Check out last night's episode where we talked about food stamps and everything that's going on with that. I will see y'all in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. And you already know this is time for tea. Let me play this video real quick.
Please hold for a very important message.
Thank you guys all so much, and come back and leave a comment on the video once it ends, and I will see you guys in the next one. I'm out of here.
Foodiegang, gang, gang. 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 This is Chef Big Bang. Thank you so much for watching at 907 Good Eats. Make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next Wednesday at 9 a.m. I'm out.